Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective.
Jordan's subjective perspective.
We are live with Morgan and Natalie Metcalf.
Hi.
Hey. Well, actually, your last names, reminded me of this like bromance weird moment I had down at Missouri State where I go to school at. So I was leaving the gym and I had my headphones in, and this guy stops me and he like says something. I didn't hear what he said, and I take out my headphones and he goes, "Dude, you got cows." And I was like, did he just call me a cow? Like, like what?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like, thanks. I don't know. Like, I just, yeah, I kind of.
Calves.
Yeah, that's what he's like. You don't have calves. You have cows. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like cow.
People ask about like how to spell. I'm like, oh, like you met a cow.
Yeah.
Like, calf.
Yeah.
A cow. Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second too. It was like a flattery like moment type deal.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have followed our police report lately.
Yeah. So basically,
we talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah. So this is what happened basically. There was a guy who, well, I think it's a guy. I think it's like an older man pretending to be me, and he was messaging girls on Snapchat and text and telling them that they pretty much were going to do a photo shoot and that they're going to get paid like about $1,000 for the photo shoot. And he's like, oh yeah, girl, like just meet me here. And
impersonating you.
Yeah,
right?
he was just impersonating me and pretending to be me. And like people, like these were like some of my girlfriends too.
Yeah, like
It's,
girls that obviously trust her and like, yeah, let's do a photo shoot because like why wouldn't they? Natalie is their friend.
Yeah, so like they actually like believed it and everything. And so like all of a sudden I got like 2 messages from girls and they're like, hey, is this you? And like they showed me like their full blown conversation. Like it went on for like days that they had a conversation with this guy, like thinking that it was actually me. And like thinking that they're gonna meet up with me and everything, and I was like, no, like that's not me. Do not meet up with them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, if 2 girls did this, like if 2 girls like came to message me and asked me about it, like who else was this person messaging? So I posted it on my story, and all of a sudden I like got like probably like 20 DMs from girls saying that they like actually thought that this was me like talking to them.
Yeah, like planning to meet up with him or her, whoever it is. And like who knows what could have happened. Like we said, like we're kind of into like conspiracy and true crime stuff. So like we hear about this stuff in like sex trafficking, like people getting girls, like young beautiful girls to come meet them somewhere and then they're never seen again.
Yeah.
So like if someone had met up with this person, like I mean, we're just lucky that nothing like that happened because
Not
it could
that we
have
know
been
of,
really bad.
but
Where did they want to meet up for this photo shoot?
Kansas City. So they were gonna meet up in Kansas City for it. And then,
wow.
So I actually like was at a hair appointment. Right before the hair appointment, I called the cops or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do about it." And I was like, "Okay." And then like after I posted all that stuff, and all these girls started messaging me, I was like, "Okay, no, like I'm calling the cops again. Like they're coming to my house." So I called them again once I got home, and I told them what happened and stuff. And then the police just was like, "Okay, well we're gonna file a report, but as of right now, unless like he physically does something, we can't do anything."
Because there was no crime. I mean, it wasn't like identity fraud because he had like a profile under her name, but he wasn't like
physically using
Yeah.
like my information, you know, like besides my
he didn't
name.
hack her account, so that would have been a crime, but it wasn't a crime. So.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the police couldn't do anything about it, and so we just like wanted to like bring it to their attention because if something did happen, like
Yeah, I just wanted like at least some information to like.
They couldn't do
hold.
anything off intent or like impersonation
that's what
or
I thought.
defamation
Like
of character.
you would think like
Yeah.
intent to commit a crime is enough. Like don't you
Yeah.
think? So
I mean, I guess we're assuming his intentions there, but like he definitely is creepy. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of like I don't know. There's definitely
Yeah.
something creepy going on.
Yeah, it made
Exactly.
me mad like that they couldn't at least try to prevent something horrible from happening. Like they pretty much just have to wait for something to happen instead of trying to prevent it.
Like think about it. Like if somebody didn't get on Instagram that day, didn't see your
Exactly.
story.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's a good chance that somebody out there is still getting messaged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
And not to mention like how this could negatively impact your reputation.
yeah, and so I
That's
texted
important.
the guy because like the girl like sent me the number, even though I probably shouldn't have
yeah, I don't
texted
think
him.
she should have texted him.
But I texted him and I pretty much like told him to F off and to stop pretending to be me because he's caught basically. So hopefully
Yeah.
he never texted me back, but hopefully he got the message that he's caught and like he's not gonna do it for my name at least. I don't know.
He texts you back, my bad. I've been thinking. I
My
shouldn't have
bad.
done
I
that.
messed up.
Oh my gosh.
Dang it.
Yeah. That's a big whoopsie, sir.
Yeah, that's so weird. Because I have a friend down at school. He's doing the same thing. This is a guy friend, too. And he's always been, like, known to be, like, I kind of grew up with him. And he's always been, like, I guess you call, like, a ladies' man. Or, like whenever I, like, introduce him to girls, they're always like, oh, he's so hot. Like,
Yeah.
And so they are impersonating him. I don't know. Do you think
What?
maybe they're trying to, like, you pretend to be, like, an attractive
Wait.
guy to, like, message girls?
Oh,
or,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's more like a
Maybe.
catfish situation though, because it's more than likely like an unattractive guy that is pretending to be an attractive guy so that way he can get female attention.
Or it could be a girl
Oh.
doing it to get other girls, like pretty
Yeah.
girls. But
You never know. I mean, that can go anyway. Like, so I've seen it on like Catfish, where like people that are gay but have it come out, will pretend to be like the opposite gender, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be something like that.
Well, that makes sense, and maybe they're not even like trying to get like I guess rapey or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, but or creepy. It's still creepy. I
Yeah.
guess. But maybe they're just seeking like attention, and then like to
Yeah.
play that role. And like, oh, like I would love to get male attention.
Yeah.
Being a male, maybe how am I going to do that? Pretend to be like an attractive female.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, this is you guys probably know this person, but I totally forgot about this.
Oh,
until, this was
what
a
is
few
it?
years back. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to name
Okay.
drop here.
Okay.
But he was a year older than you.
Okay.
He was. Oh, this was weird. Okay, so he worked at like some. What was it? Like a baseball place, like as a concession stand or something for like a summer job, and his boss was taking pictures of him in the bathroom.
What?
Yes, I wish I could say his name right now.
Oh my
'cause
god, I want to tell
probably-
you a situation too, actually.
Okay.
About a guy you probably know.
Wow.
Okay, so, oh god, I don't even know if I should say this.
Well, if you don't
okay,
know,
well,
maybe you shouldn't say it.
could you like edit it out if it's bad?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so I don't know if you.
Just don't name drop
I
out of
won't name
respect
him,
for them.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so I won't name him, but anyway, it's like the dog situation. Should I talk about that or not?
I don't know what dog situation you're talking about.
The dog situation with, oh god, okay, anyway, I'll just talk about it. Okay, so there was a guy that I like dated in middle school,
Okay.
basically, and then like in high school, like freshman year, he like kind of asked me to hang out and stuff with him and his friends, and I was like, okay, like that sounds fine or whatever. And so they came and picked me up, and we went back. I was told that we were gonna go like throw a ball around, basically, just like have fun. I was like, okay, that's fine.
You said this is middle school, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this was high school actually, because in middle school, me and him dated, then we like broke up, and then freshman year we were just hanging
Oh,
out.
okay.
So like we were like throwing, or so that's what he told me. He told me we were gonna go do that, and then he said his friends were like, okay, I'm just gonna drop you off at this person's house, like the person that like invited me. So I was like, that wasn't what I was told. Like I wasn't told we were gonna do that. Like I was told we were gonna like all hang out and stuff. And so so like he just drops me and this guy off at the guy's house, and so the guy, and it's like snowing at this time too, and he tells me, if you don't do stuff with me, I'm going to have my dog come and attack you. And his dog was mean. Like whenever I was dating him in middle school, like his dog actually like bit my nose and stuff. Like he was just.
He literally threatened you.
Yeah, he told me if I didn't do stuff with him, he's gonna have his dog like come attack me. And so I was like really scared and stuff. And so I like tried to call my mom and tried to get her to come pick me up. And like he took my phone from me and he hid my phone so I couldn't use my phone. And so like he like pretty much like forced me to like not like nothing to the extent, you know, like bad happened, but like, you know, it was still like
It wasn't consensual.
yeah, it wasn't good. And so so then he pretty much so like he told me that his parents were gonna be home soon and that I needed to get a ride home. And I was like, what do you mean? Like I don't have a ride
But
home.
he took you there, or the
Yeah, his
friend took.
me
Okay.
there. Yeah. And so I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't have a ride home and you just like forced me to do this stuff with you, blah, blah, blah. And so he had his brother take me home, but his brother said, I'm not driving you home unless you pay me like $20. And so I had to pay him $20 for him to take me home. He didn't even take me home. He dropped me off at a park. And so he dropped me off at a park, and luckily like there just happened to be some of my like friends there. And so,
they
like,
gave you a ride?
They didn't have a car, so like we just had to like walk, like back.
Well,
to,
at least
like,
you had somebody to walk
Yeah.
with. Wow.
Yeah, and I just like was like this guy like has a really good reputation at school too, like a great reputation in high school, and it pissed me off so bad because
I'm so curious right now.
I'll tell you later, but like
Totally.
he's literally like the worst guy in the world, and it made me so mad that he had
Yeah.
such a great reputation at school and
And
stuff.
it's ironic that you say that because, like, anytime that kind of stuff has, like, happened to me or, like, anything really sketchy has happened to me, it's always the ones with the good reputation.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the guys that like, you know, like
So that's surprising to me. Wow.
yeah, you would
Yeah.
think like, oh, like they have like
They're the good guys,
They're
they're
good
not
at
gonna-
school. They're good
yeah.
at sports. Like they just like have a good reputation all around, and all like those are the guys a lot of the time. I mean, not all the time, but you know, like
No,
sometimes.
definitely not all the time.
Yeah, but like sometimes like are just the really really bad guys that like they get away with doing things like that,
Yeah,
and they never
probably
get
because of
caught.
their reputation.
Yeah, so
I feel like
yeah.
I've seen something similar to that in a movie, but just shout out to you two and all females in general, because like, I mean, I grew up with sisters. My mom is way more strict with them than she was with me.
Yeah.
Like, just the shit that you have to be cautious about, like
It's
being
sad.
a girl is like insane. Like I don't like think about it as much, but that
Mm-hmm.
is that's so wild to me. That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrible. Like you would not. It's just sad. Like you have to pretty much like tiptoe and make sure that you're like safe out.
Yeah.
Like always look around. Like always be careful.
I like
of your
that
surroundings.
he's so heated up talking about it because, like, I swear I have, like, the most, like, horrific stories with that kind of stuff happening. Like, literally just earlier today, I won't even mention it because, like, this person could watch or whatever, but, like, I mean, seriously, like, having to leave places because you are uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
No,
and this is, like
like a
daily
social
thing.
event or something.
Anything. It could be anything.
Social event, the gym, like whatever it is.
And
So-
I don't know. I'm very, like, opinionated on this because, like, it's just happened way too many times
Yeah.
and it will never stop happening probably.
Right.
So
Yeah, that sucks. It's unfair. I mean, just because your gender, the what you inherited, like,
Yeah,
like into
exactly.
this world, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's sad, but
it is sad. I mean, it does happen to men too. Like, I've heard some crazy girls that, like, you know, make men uncomfortable and everything, but I think that, like,
guys go further
Yeah.
with it. I think.
I think it's worse. Yeah, I think
oh,
it's worse.
definitely. But I don't know.
But yeah, sorry to get off topic
Yeah.
there, but
No,
just
you're
kind of
cool.
for some reason I was like thought of that time. But anyway,
Well, this is actually a question like I had like later on.
Yeah.
But, wait, what was it exactly? I don't want to mess this
no,
question
you're
up.
fine.
So like as like young women, are there any societal norms or like societal expectations that you just disagree with, like as a whole?
Societal expectations. Oh gosh, let me think about this.
Yeah,
for a
I think
second.
about that. The first thing that comes to mind for me is, like, I don't know if you, like, know anything about, like, my, like, fitness journey, but I used to be, like, 200 pounds, and I'm 5'3", like, I don't have any business being 200 pounds. Like, I was
Right.
a big girl, and, like, I was so depressed because, like, I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, like, you know, and I think that body, like, norms or societal expectations are, like, very prominent in women because if you don't look a certain way and your skin isn't smooth and you don't have, like, a tiny waist but, like, big hips, but, like, I don't know, there's a very, like, specific, like, prototype for women to follow, and I feel like guys can just, you know, look any way they want, they don't really care about it, and I think it's a, like, combination.
Girls like the dad bod thing too.
Yeah.
Like girls like it.
Yeah,
So
but
Really? I heard that was like a whole rumor.
no, it's
Like,
not.
Oh,
It's
no,
not-
you can ask either of us. We'll take a dab out over some abs any
honestly,
day.
like I don't really care. Like I honestly like I like both, but I just don't like skinny guys. Like
Me
that's just
neither.
my preference.
Okay,
I don't like
okay.
skinny. I like some. I'd rather have like a bigger guy like than some skinny boy abs. Like
Yeah.
that's just my preference. But
Yeah,
because I don't want to feel like the bigger girl in the relation or
That's
the bigger
fine,
person
too.
in the relationship. Like I want to feel like the smaller one. But
Yeah.
like
That's funny.
just
That
me.
that reminds me of like the freshman guy in high school with the snapback and like the MySpace
Yeah,
picture.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly.
But those are like I in like middle school I remember I used to like the skinny boy kind of thing, but then like as I grew up I was like I'm not even into that at all. Like I
Right.
like the bigger, like bulkier, or even like I don't know, just more some chub or something.
something
like,
to grab
something
onto.
to grab,
Yeah.
basically, like not like just like
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Skinny.
I mean, I've heard that kind of, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like it's a lot of pressure, like to look a certain way, and if you don't, like, I mean, I'm better about it now. Like my confidence has grown a lot, but like back, you know, in middle school and like my early high school years, like I would cry myself to sleep at night because I didn't weigh under 100 pounds or whatever, and like I don't know, that's really hard for like a young girl to go through. And I think like young girls don't hear enough that like you don't have to look that way. You can look any way that you.
And it's hard because like we still think that way, you know, like even
Yeah.
though like we don't want to believe in that way, we still think that way. Like, oh my god, like I have to look like this. I have to go to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week and still eat healthy and blah blah blah, like you know, we still want to be that way even though we don't want to agree with it, like we still
but at least
feel...
at this point it's for us and not for society, because like you know what I'm saying, like it's not so much about like what are they going to say about me, but more like I want to look in the mirror and feel happy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to feel
motive
good.
is really important.
Yeah, like I want to feel happy. Like I don't feel happy whenever I'm like eating crap, you know, like even though I feel happy in the moment, afterwards I feel like disgusting, like, and I know that's kind of sad, but like I just don't feel good, like my tummy will hurt and I'm like, I'll just like look at myself and like, even though I know I shouldn't feel that way and I should just enjoy my food, like while I'm eating it I'll start to feel guilty, and I know that just is bad, but
right
that's just the way that girls feel, I feel like a lot of the time.
And like you've associated that food, if you're in like heavy carbohydrates or something like that, then you're gonna like, oh, if I eat this McDonald's, then I'm gonna feel terrible later.
Yeah, exactly.
That is really interesting, though. That is really interesting, and that sucks that there was a period in your life that you felt so like low and I guess down about yourself.
Yeah,
but like we talked about, like it's why I am who I am. So you go through all those struggles for a reason. Like I 100% believe in that. Always will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a really relevant example, like in my life personally. Let's just open up.
Lay it all out there. Welcome to therapy.
Exactly. That's what that's why I had you guys on. We're just gonna, every problem we're gonna lay it out. We're gonna tackle it.
You know,
right
I'm
now.
so down for that.
But at like early college, I had a lot of like depression issues, and now I've noticed, like I've always valued like a sense of humor, but I feel like I value it like 10 times more because I know what it's like to be like struggling in life and like. It wasn't, I wouldn't even say it was like insecurity, it was just like not liking my like external circumstances and just not being like satisfied with those, and just like hating those so much that you end up like hating yourself.
I know what you mean.
And like I really value a sense of humor because like being able to make somebody laugh can like at least make them feel better for like that moment.
Oh yeah,
you know, like you can make like that's like a real goal for me.
I completely agree.
You know,
that's
like somebody's
like,
feeling down, like make them smile. That's awesome.
I love your Instagram for that reason. Like I'm not kidding, it's so freaking hilarious. Like I wish I was that funny. Like I'll try to be funny, and I'll think I'm funny, but no one else thinks I'm funny. So
well, that's all that matters.
Even
right?
just the vibes though, like if you're next to like a really serious person, like I think of like at work when like my serious coworkers come around, I'm like I'm at work, but when my funny coworkers come around, it's like it goes by so much faster. Like my day is brighter. I have a smile on my face.
I love funny people. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I think that like what is on your inside, like it's cliche as it sounds.
It is cliche.
It matters so much more than like what's on the outside. It truly does. Like if you're a good person, you are still like you're still beautiful. You know what I mean? But
we say this all the time. Like a really really pretty girl with like an ugly personality, to me, knocks her down like at least 5.
No,
pedestals.
10.
Oh,
10 points.
Absolutely.
Like I'm like, God, it's such a shame because like such a beautiful girl.
Yeah, you're so pretty, but like such a bad personality.
See, this is exactly how I see the world as well, and I love talking to girls about this exact topic because like not too many, some of my guy friends see it the same way, but not most of them, to be completely honest. And so I really appreciate that like perspective because I'm the same way. Like I got really bored of like down at Missouri State. Like I got bored of like the bar scene. Like I don't really like going out that much because I've noticed like it's just you just kind of meet the same like
same
personality
kind of
over and over and over. It's like you're so lackluster
so
talking.
dull,
yeah.
That's how I feel. Like honestly, like I worked at 212 nightclub for a short period of my life. And it was kind of like after I went through a breakup and stuff, and I dated the guy for like 2 years, and it was like probably the hardest, like most learning, biggest learning experience I went through. And then
so far.
Yeah, so far. And so then I went to 212 to work, and I loved it at first because I was getting like all this cool attention and everything. And then after a while I was like, this is so dumb. Like, I'm just tired of the, like, I have never drank in my life. I've never smoked weed. I've never done anything. So, like,
still to this day?
Yeah, still to this day. So it's, like, all super unrelatable to me. All unrelatable. Which it's fine. Like,
even
I don't
working
care.
in a nightclub, that's why. I mean, because I'm sure, like, with that attention came with, like guys offering to buy you shots or something like that.
Yeah, and, like, I don't care. Like, people can do it all they want and stuff, but I just can't relate. So whenever I go out with people or, like, in general, like, I just, you know, like, they're all drinking, they're all having fun, and I'm just kind of, like, I'm still having fun. Like, I can have fun without alcohol, like, very easily, and just, people think I'm drunk, and I'm not, just because I can have fun so easily. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, you're being, like, I don't relate to the drunk. I just don't, like, I don't know, like, it's fun to be around for a little bit, but after a while, I'm just kind of like, ugh.
Especially if you're sober. Like,
Yeah, well, or just people who drink all the time, you know, like, who feel
Yes.
the need to party
Yes.
all the
Exactly.
time,
Like,
every
I know
day, every night.
There's like someone that I know, like I'm not gonna name drop, but like literally every single night of his life, like he is getting messed up. Like not just a couple of drinks, like messed
Yeah.
up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, don't like for me, like I start to feel like my life is getting devalued if I just like even if I just lay in bed and watch Netflix, like let alone
Yeah.
like, you know, going and ruining like so many parts of my life. Not that drinking like means that you're ruining your life, but like every night is a bit excessive.
Yeah, I get the once a week thing, like going out on the weekends, like I totally get that. But if it's like all the time, like every single night, like go to parties and then bar, party, bar, like same thing over and over, I'm like, that gets boring. Like, don't you want to actually live life and like remember it? Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's just
Well
like
said.
my opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that Drake line that everybody likes, like I've never agreed with it. It's I live for the nights that I don't remember with the people I
Yeah.
won't forget. Like I like the people you won't forget, but
yeah.
it's like, why don't you do other? I don't know. I just think
Let's
there's
go to the park and like let's walk around. Like,
exactly.
Look at the
There's just
stars, man. You
other
ever look at
cool
the stars?
Yeah, like I like that kind of stuff. Like I love doing like just even walking. Like walking and talking is like my favorite thing. Like like if we're at the beach, like I love just walking the beach and just talking or
That
just
is fun.
chilling,
Yeah.
you know, like and just laying there. It's just like that's my
Get the
Enjoy
waves
life
coming
while you
up.
have it. Like,
that's my
come
idea.
on.
And jumping the waves together. Like me and her had the best time just laughing and jumping the waves.
These waves
you
are like
know,
eating us alive. Like we thought we were gonna die. We're like, this life is so beautiful.
Somebody choking on water.
Yeah.
I'm imagining somebody sitting there with a beer. It's like, yeah, I'll take the alcohol.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
they're crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
That's cool. Being able to like enjoy like the simple things like that. That's yeah. My approach, because I got with the bar scene, like I got so bored of like drinking and all that, and like I lived in a fraternity house,
Oh,
and that
boy.
was like so much like
Oh, yeah.
all the time, like you said, like there were, imagine like that guy living with him plus. Sorry, have you seen the poop shotgun? This is off topic.
No.
Okay, good. I'm not going to show you it because you can't unsee it. But
Oh,
that was one of the guys living in the fraternity house with me.
jeez.
It's got like a couple million views, but
oh my gosh, that's so funny. I want to see it.
Oh my.
I'll show it if you want. If
Yeah,
you
show
want.
it. So funny.
Okay. So,
Wait, oh my gosh, what is this? I'm scared.
oh goodness, I think the camera can see this. Maybe. Oh,
Don't watch it.
look up poop shotgun.
This is why we're different people.
This is what we have fun doing. Oh no.
No.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be. The Lord doesn't want us to see it.
Oh my god.
Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Oh, here it comes.
Oh gosh.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Yeah.
I'm sorry, by the way, but okay, this is my next door neighbor while I was living in the frat house.
No.
I don't know why this version's so bad.
What? What? What?
Are you kidding?
He did another one recently.
How?
He did that,
did
what's-
that happen?
That really popular what's that song that everybody's doing? I did one. I forgot what it's
In My
called
Feelings?
though. In My Feelings challenge.
Yeah.
He did one of those and he poops in the middle of it.
How does he do that?
I don't
how
know.
does it just-
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's not.
He like does it on command. Like, I'm just like, how?
Like it literally just like how, like I just don't understand the way that it like shot out.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, what in the
that's
world?
like literally like a shotgun. Like what?
That's,
Jeez.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I just had to show you. But
Oh my
so
gosh.
imagine people going out though, like that guy like going out like I'd say 4 times a week.
Yeah.
But like
Oh, yeah.
so there's 17 guys. I'd say, and I like them. They're still cool guys, but just not necessarily my like first choice of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were. I'd say at least half of them were going out like 4 times a
Oh,
week,
yeah.
ish, maybe 3 times to be generous, but like going out all the time. And I just like being surrounded by that constantly and knowing like establishing and identifying like
Yeah.
that's not what I enjoy. Like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
enjoy
exhausting.
Yeah.
exactly.
And I think there's probably like a pressure like on to be the frat guy, and like I've actually had like people like some of my friends that like have been in frats and they're like, you know, like you're expected to go out and like be a ladies man and get all the girls and drink all the time, and that's like I think that there's like a sort of expectation in that aspect as well. Whenever you become,
I feel like that
a
looks
frat
so
guy.
like it might be like a high expectation for the guy, but for the girls that like look at those guys, I mean, at least for me, I think that's like
Yeah, that's not what I want.
disgusting. You know, like I'm like, ew, you got it with like that girl and that girl and that girl. Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's good for you, I guess, but like,
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's not like at all attractive to me, but I get it, like, that they want to look cool in front of their friends and stuff, but it doesn't look cool to the girls, at least in my opinion. But
I think most girls would agree with that.
yeah, but some girls, like, I don't know, some girls are in that whole party stage, so, like, they might, like, be like, oh, okay, like, well,
they enjoy it for the time being.
Yeah, but who knows?
Going off of what you were saying, Morgan, like a lot, what I've noticed and picked up on is the guys that seem the most insecure, the ones that take on that role the most.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Like the ones that you can tell they weren't the, and I don't mean this in a mean way or anything, but the ones that really take on, like they really start to identify as like the frat guy, are the ones that you can tell like they didn't have the greatest high school experience.
Yeah.
So like they're
yeah.
like I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna change who I am. I'm new college or new experience, new me. Like
Yeah, they need,
because
like,
they
some kind of
finally
attention.
belong to something, so they're gonna dive head first.
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't they?
well said.
Yeah.
Well,
That's exactly what it is. That's probably pretty prevalent down at Mizzou as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll be a freshman this year, so, like...
Oh, so you haven't gone yet? Okay.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
And so, like, I moved down in 9 days, and, like, I'm already preparing myself. Like, I had at my grad party, like, you know, the advice jar, and everyone's like, stay away from the frat boys.
Yeah, that's like my very first tip to her, like, stay away
but no
from
one had to
them.
tell me that, like, trust me, I'm not interested, but I don't know. Like, I think that people just, like, want to belong to, like, a crowd, and they'll a lot of times reach for desperate measures to, like, you know, keep that standard.
That's well said.
Yeah.
There's a Jim Carrey quote that I love. I love it. It's don't let your need for acceptance make you invisible. And I think
yeah.
that's so
I like
prevalent.
that.
Like the amount of groupthink in fraternities is like it made me really like interested in the like topic of people and how they behave in like groups.
Yeah.
Like, in
Yeah.
group setting.
Yeah, you know, I actually like think that's so true. Like people want to be like others so bad that they don't like they forget their own identity. Like they forget who they are. And I feel like that like has happened to me in high school, but like not like I was also like very, very different from everyone, and it made me feel like I was just like so alone, you know, like I just like walked through high school, like kind of kept my head down, like at least my junior and senior year, like that's just how I was. I kept my head down, kept to myself, and just didn't really talk to anyone unless like they talked to me. Like obviously I would talk back, but like I just was very to myself because I just felt like I didn't have anything in common with anyone. That's just kind of how I felt.
Maybe different values too.
Yeah, and like people just like all just were kind of like the same, like at least the popular group in my opinion. Like I just felt like they were all very just like the same, and I didn't what's the word, like I didn't feel like, I don't even know what the word is, I just like couldn't understand it. I was just like in my own little bubble, and I was just like trying to get by, trying to graduate early, and trying to get out of there and start college.
Her and I had very
Absolutely.
different high school experiences.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, would you guys like to talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like she said, like she was like very much like kind of a hermit. Like she just wanted to get through, graduate early, and then be done with everything. And at the time, like she actually had like other plans of like, because she was dating someone, she was gonna graduate and her life was gonna fall into place. And basically, she had like a really miserable high school experience. And like I said, like my early years of high school were really hard for me just because like I was finding myself and I was really insecure. And that's when I like started to like lose weight, and with that like came my own confidence. And then I found, like, this is gonna sound so cheesy, but I found Stuco, and this is where I found that like
The Stuco.
Yes, the Stuco.
but Liberty's is very different than Timberland's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Timberland
I could not
is too
stand
cold, like-
Timberland's. Like,
Timberland's was weird.
You had to be like a certain kind of person to be in Timberland Stuco. Liberty's was not like that.
Yeah.
Like we were a brand new school. Like I was so excited when I
That's a good
got
point.
in.
You get to create the culture.
Yeah, so we created all the traditions. We created the vibe in the school, and like I can so proudly say that no one in that school is like a bully. Like we don't have a bullying problem. Everyone's invited. Everyone's included. And like so like I found Stuco, and I loved high school. I like submerged myself. I went to every game.
Yeah.
I did every spirit week, and then my senior year I was student council president because like obviously that's what I was saying, like whenever someone finally belongs to something, they're gonna dive head first. And I'm, you know, in my case I wasn't in a frat, but like when I found Stuco, like it became my entire life.
Yeah.
My whole life revolved around Stuco because like it was the one thing that made me so happy. And so like I was sad to graduate high school.
I would ask her to hang
Really?
out. Sorry, Stuco. I was like, thanks.
Yeah,
But
it was
like,
my commitment. It was my priority.
no, it's weird because like her beginning of high school started off really rocky, and mine started off awesome. Like I was.
Oh, and then it like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like flipped. Yeah, so like my freshman, sophomore year, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be popular. Like I'm gonna do this and that, and like I'm gonna be like so cool.
So did
like,
you hit a
everyone's gonna
point
love
where
me.
you're just like, almost like fuck it, like I don't care.
Exactly how it was. Like freshman, sophomore year, I was so like I needed the popularity, I needed the attention. I was like, I'm gonna have the cutest clothes. Like that's just like how I was. And then like once I started dating that guy, probably around the beginning of sophomore year, I think, that I started dating him. And like as soon as I started dating him, I kind of stopped caring, and I kind of stopped caring for myself too. Like I just didn't care about my friends. I didn't care about anything.
She cared about him, and that's all she cared about.
That's all I cared about was him, and that was like my biggest issue. And so like I dropped everything, and that's whenever I just stopped caring, and that's whenever like I lost all my friends in high school, and it was like the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And then like I remember like I pretty much tried to get my old best friend back, and I wanted her back in my life so bad, but like by that time she was just kind of like, sorry, like you are the one who dropped me, remember, you know, like. And so it's like it was just a learning experience to where I was like, okay, if I ever get a boyfriend like that again, I will never drop my friends like that, because it was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. Like she was my ride or die, like I just like she was like my sister, like she was like our sister, so I just like couldn't believe that I did that to her, you know. I even dropped her, honestly. Thanks for forgiving me.
Yeah, but at the time I had my own problems. I wasn't worried.
Honestly, she wasn't worried.
I feel like a lot of people go through that though in high school. That's like a really common thing, right? Like,
well, yeah, I feel like it is, but at the same time, like I feel like they can still, like I know like a lot of relationships that like, you know, all they care about is their boyfriend, but at the same time they can still like juggle their friends, and like I had that problem to where I was like, sorry, I'm with my boyfriend every day.
Maybe it's your like first relationship before you learn to like balance all your priorities, because like with, you know, my first serious boyfriend, like I would have done anything for him.
That's all I was.
I was so like in love with him and just wanted to please him. Like everything that I did in my life was to make sure he was happy. Like if he was unhappy, I was unhappy. And I think that that's just because like I didn't know that I could be my own person. Like I thought that I had to be his like kind of nanny to like make him like stay with me, because it was a very like toxic relationship. Like there was like
sounds very fearful.
Yeah,
like,
there was
the fear of losing him. Like,
there was conditions for him not to leave me. There was conditions.
Oh, that sounds like it could get really squirrely and really manipulative.
Yeah, but the worst part
think.
was like, and the weirdest part was, it wasn't like verbal, like you do this or I'm not gonna stay with you. It was like I just knew because like he trained me to be like exactly like the girl that he needed me to be for the time being until he wanted to leave.
Well, see, the thing is that I didn't have a problem with him at first, but eventually I started to gain problems with him because
red flags
he kept cheating on her, and I was like, Morgan, if you keep staying with him, he's gonna think that this is okay. And then on top of that, he didn't only cheat on her, but like he okay, so she had a plan to go to Mexico, right?
Well, let's not do this.
You don't want to talk about that?
No, okay. No, that's getting too specific.
Okay, well, basically, I have a lot of issues with him, and like I got to the point too, if he came in our house, I would like yell things at him, and I'd be like, what would I say?
Which for me was embarrassing. Like even to this day, I'm like, you probably shouldn't have done that, because the way I look at it is, I was gonna do.
I'm not embarrassed.
Sit up for my little sis.
Yeah.
I was gonna do whatever I wanted to do until I was done. Like, and when my friends go back to their cheating exes and all that, I'm like, listen, I want what's best for you, but I know that my words don't mean anything because I've been there, and it didn't matter how much Natalie was yelling, screw you, blah, blah, blah. I know you're up there. Like, it didn't matter what she was saying because I was in love and I wanted him, so I was going to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and that, like, made us, actually. Like, I didn't even think about this, but, like, me and you, like, we...
pushed you away from each other?
Yeah.
For sure.
He definitely pushed us away. Like,
same with, like, her ex. Like, because we were just prioritizing the wrong things.
Yeah, like, we were thinking, oh, like, if you're going to talk bad about the person I love, like, F you kind of thing. Like, that's just kind of how we work. Like, we
I think that's natural,
me
too,
and her,
though.
like, we go to the defense to anyone that we care about. Like, if he were to be talking bad about me, I'm sure you would have been like...
And, like, that's the thing. Like, he would talk about, like, her or, like, whoever. I mean, because, you know, they just did not get along for... Clearly, they shouldn't have gotten along. But, like, so he would, like, talk about her, and it didn't, like... I basically defend, I feel like, whoever is not there. Because I'm like, well, she can't defend herself, so...
Whoever we love, we are going to defend. Like, if anyone talks bad about someone that I love, I will... Like, I go crazy. Like, I just am not okay with it.
Both of us are like that.
I respect that a lot because I have an old friend that I've had for like 8 years or something like that, and somebody else that I've also known for that long, but like gotten a lot closer with recently, and I've started to hang out with him a lot more. And that other friend has kind of like negatively like bashed him a little bit. And I don't know. I've just kind of, I'm like, I stood up for him. I'm like, dude, like I would stand up for you in this exact same position, but like you don't know him. Like he was like judging him, and I think a lot of it was like jealousy of like the time I was spending with him instead of him.
Oh yeah, that definitely happens. Like I feel like
it's a love triangle.
Yeah, like people become like jealous.
They just couldn't share,
of other friendships. Like let's say like Morgan has a friend, like the other friend's gonna get jealous. Her best friend's gonna probably get a little jealous that she's spending time with her because she's like, hello, I'm your best friend over here. Like even though I don't get jealous, but like I get upset about Morgan sometimes because like
she gets very upset.
Yeah, I do because I love to like she's my best friend, so like I love to spend time with my little sister, and so like if she's like out doing something else, I'm like, hello, did you forget about me? So, and I'm like a Leo, so I feel like that's like where it stems.
And I'm a Gemini, so that's where that stems.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, she loves her alone time, but I
love my alone time. Like if I'm like home after work or whatever, I'm like, oh my god, I get to be alone and watch Netflix. She's like, what'd you do today? Like she just can't wait to talk.
Let's watch Big Brother and let's cuddle. Like that's me, and she's just like, stay away.
I don't know. I don't know.
We're like different personality types, but at the same time, we have like a lot in common.
We have a ton in common, but we're also very different people. It just depends.
Yeah.
Like we even like say things at the same time and like do we laugh at the same time, like the exact breaths that we take are the same. Like upstairs we both coughed at the same time. We don't know
same
why we do that.
Same voice. Like people like will pretend like we're each other on
one
the phone.
time I actually
it's like twins but just with the voice.
Yes.
I pulled a prank on her boyfriend actually, so you'd be proud.
But...
ex-boyfriend. So like he called and she was just like their relationship was very like playful. Like they could just like be mean to each other.
But
they knew it wasn't
completely joking.
Yeah,
like,
they could be mean to each other basically, and they knew it wasn't like that. So I answered and I was like, when are you gonna be here? Like, screw you. And he was like totally going on. He was like, Natalie, like I'm on my way. And
he's like, chill out.
And I'm like, no, seriously, Ryan. Or sorry, I didn't say his name.
It's okay.
He wouldn't care.
Yeah,
he wouldn't care.
Amazing.
I was like,
care.
seriously, Ryan. Like, I'm about to break up with you. Like, he's totally believing it.
It's like, okay, you need to chill out. You're being crazy. And she's...
Yeah, and he, like the funniest part to me was that it didn't even faze him. He thought Natalie was actually talking to him like that.
But like he like me and him would joke around a lot. Like even he would like joke around with Morgan, like pretend like she like not that it was weird at all, but he like, hey,
weird.
Pretty, like just like
act like I was
joking. Yeah, like
no, that's cool that he had that comfort level. You know?
Oh yeah, honest to this day, he's still like my brother. Like,
oh yeah, he's amazing.
Him.
Like I have literally like zero things bad to say about him. Like
he's one of the good guys. Honestly,
so nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome because I feel like most exes, it's the exact opposite.
Well, he was just always like he was like almost like a good friend to me. Like we just like.
And that's kind of why it didn't work out for them. Is because it was just like friends. Like
he was just like a best friend to me. Like we could just play around like all the time, and that's just the way it was. But yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So is it? It seems, and I know we kind of talked about this or messaged about this a little bit, but is it really important for you guys to have each other in each other's lives, to have that like unconditional friendship?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Like, I mean, I would probably go crazy.
I probably wouldn't have any friends, honestly. Like, I honestly, like, I know this sounds bad, but like I can get tired of a friend pretty easily. If they like do me wrong in any way, I'll get tired of them because I like people who are loyal to me and can be consistently a good friend to me. And if you like make one bad move on me, I'm so quick to cut you out, like just so quick. And so like the person that I can trust is her, and so like no matter at least having each other, like that's all that matters. Like
it's probably so you don't get screwed over.
Exactly. Like me and her can be mad at each other. We can get annoyed at each other.
Like no one pisses me off. Like Natalie pisses me off, but I know if I need to talk to her, like she's gonna be there.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
That's like very important, I think, to both of us because like we both kind of have the same mindset on like most things. Like we have like our disagreements, but like I mean, if I need to vent about something, like she's gonna get it. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, it's so important. I feel like to have somebody to be able to like tell all your secrets to and tell like your personal issues too.
Yeah, and like you know, like
trust.
we are literally like a diary for each other. Like we will never ever repeat anything like, that either of us say about anything. Like we can just trust each other.
Like the person didn't, if like she didn't want me to say something, like never. You'll never get
like
that
at least we just know that we at least have each other like for that. So
yeah, if no one else.
Yeah.
That's special. That's special.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've been trying to do, especially like lately, and I feel like I've done it like somewhat successfully. But I feel like I've been fortunate enough to like surround myself with like a wide variety of people, and then pick like the ones that like trust and like and like get along with really well. And I feel like I've gotten like a core few. Yeah. Like I feel like I have a lot of friends, but like a core few that I'm like really satisfied with, like who's in my life, you know. And
that's so awesome. Yeah, that's one. I mean, 2 years ago
it wasn't the same deal, you know. Like 2 years ago, it was like I don't know, like 2 or 3 of these people like weren't even in my life, and I don't know. I just feel like it's super important to be able to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, like I think
it changes your entire life when you find the right group of people. It really does.
I think you just like need to like at least always be nice to people. Like that's what I think. Like I will be nice to anyone, but as soon as you like do something bad to me, like I'll still be nice to you, but I'm not going to respect you maybe as much, and I still probably won't be as close to you like as soon as you do something bad. But
or like the friends that they don't like, you can kind of tell like they might be nice to you and cool to you, but like when it's almost like they don't want the best for you. You know what I mean?
Yes, like, I do know what you mean.
Actually, it sounds like a fakeness almost.
Yeah. It's funny because like we talk about this because girls have like a major tendency whenever they're like around other girls. I think it's like a defense mechanism. Whenever they want to like appear as like top dog, they'll be like tell embarrassing stories or say something mean or nasty. I'd be like, Natalie, like you kind of look fat in that. Like if I was hanging out with a bunch of guys and I'd say that just to make myself seem like I'm better, you know?
Yeah, like or just like say like an embarrassing story like about them. That you know that
they wouldn't want them to other people to hear,
and you'd be like, why did you just say that?
Because it kind of shapes the way that other people that you're with like view
just to make them look better. And I'm like, no, that actually probably makes you look worse because you just look like a mean person right now. But
to somebody who's like conscious of that,
like girls do that to each other all the time.
And I'm like, you'll probably start to notice it now too because like
I actually haven't noticed it.
Yeah, and it makes me like I'm like, okay, you know what? You can like be mean to me all you want, but you're the only one that looks bad in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like what I think about it, at least.
Same.
Even whenever I view other girls doing it to like their friends or guys, sometimes guys even do it to guys
too.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're the one who looks stupid right now.
I've had some friends like start putting me down, like especially like I had a really good friend, and like we started hanging out with somebody new, and I don't know, he started like putting me down, and I was just like, really? But I learned from that situation. I'm like, I'm never. I mean, that was like 8 years ago. But I'm like, I'm never gonna do that to anybody.
Yeah.
And my mentality with like everybody, especially anybody who's like really close to me, it's like build them up. Like I mean, I just got that number from you guys to get a friend a connection.
Exactly.
You know, like if I can help my friends in any way, like I would only want to be a positive influence in anybody's life. Like I don't know. Like I just feel like whenever you're 80 years old, like that's a life you can be proud of. Like. You know what? Like I helped him out. Like I took them to new limits, and
why would you want to be viewed as like a negative person or someone who said something mean or who did something mean? Like, I mean, I obviously know that I've made mistakes. I know I've probably said mean things to people, but like at least like now like I've come to the point where I can learn from it and like. You know, try to be a better person because of it.
There's a quote that I really like that I learned actually in Stuco because it was like our motto.
Stuco quote?
Yes, Stuco. I'll always be.
Hashtag Stuco.
Like 12 years from now, I'll be like, I was president. Like,
hashtag Stuco Prez.
But the quote is, be somebody that makes everybody feel like a somebody. And like I just felt that in my core. I'm like, anytime I go anywhere, like if anyone seems uncomfortable, like I'm the first one to be like, oh, I really like your shirt or whatever.
Yes.
Because like just to make someone feel like includ can change their entire day.
I love giving compliments. Like I love it. Like you know, like some people who are afraid to like go up to someone and say, oh, like I got your hair. Like I love going up to people and being like, oh, I like your hair today. Like I love doing that.
Do you know what's gonna change their day?
Because like for me, whenever people come up to me and they tell me like something nice, I get so happy and I'll remember it for the whole day. You know.
Exactly. So like flip that around. Oh, that's how that makes me feel. And you can do that with like the same with like somebody putting you down. Oh, that's how that makes me feel. I'm never gonna do that to somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how this makes me feel. Then I'm going to do that to other people to be a positive influence.
Yeah, like or even like commenting on people's pictures or like messaging them and saying like, oh, you look like you're doing really good, or just like being nice like that. Like
that's going a long way for me too.
Yeah.
Like I've made like friends out of just doing that. Like hey man, like I just think it's awesome what you're doing and whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Yeah, and people like to hear that. Like, that's one of my favorite compliments is, like, seems like you're doing a really good job. Like,
seems like you're happy with life. Like,
that's, like, a huge compliment. That's better than, like, you're pretty or whatever, which is, like, obviously a compliment.
Like, it's weird. Like, the compliments that you get that aren't, like, the compliments you get every day are my favorite compliments. Like, I love getting compliments that I don't get all the time. Like, I remember I was on the beach and this girl came up to me and she was like, your tan with your blonde hair is, she said on point or something like that. And like, I get a lot of compliments on my hair, but people, like, no one's ever came up to me and like said, your hair and your skin color together are on point. Like, that just
It was one of a kind.
Yes.
It was one of a kind of
like,
a compliment.
just different compliments that you don't get all the time are my favorite compliments.
Yeah.
I love those.
I think my favorite compliment that's unique is, have you seen that old video? It's like, the back of your head look ridiculous.
Yeah, oh my god.
Back of your head. That is such a funny video.
Excuse me.
Where's your boyfriend? Can you mechanize? You like mechanize?
I love that video.
Where your boyfriend? That's a girl who plays that. That's a girl who plays
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah.
Oh my
a
gosh.
girl.
I want to rewatch that later. That's such a funny video.
Yeah, that's so funny.
The big eyes too.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's like
he like starts sniffing her. He's like, it's so scary.
She looks to like her left, and he just appears on the right.
Yeah. Oh my
The
god.
back of your head is ridiculous. That is so
Well, has that
funny.
ever happened to you? Like, well, I guess you guys said you didn't like go out too much, but like, does that ever happen in like in any like social? I feel like it happens more at the bars, but like anybody like just coming on like way too strong.
You have
Yeah.
no idea.
All the
That's
time.
another thing about being a girl.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
empathetic about it.
Get the hints. Just get the hint. Like, if
because
someone's
like
not
here's the
looking at
thing.
you,
It's flattering whenever it's flattering and say one thing, okay, end of story. But like if I'm into someone or I'm being like receptive to like the compliment or like them coming up to me or approaching me, like you're gonna know. Like my body language is gonna tell you like, yes, you can keep doing this. But when I'm like physically running from you and like saying, okay, I have a boyfriend, sorry, leave me alone, bye, like, and they continue to like.
and it's funny. You can literally be running from them.
Yeah,
like,
no,
and
seriously,
they
like
still don't
I
get
did
it.
this today.
Yeah.
Like literally, men are just very persistent. It's something that I've learned.
They
And, like,
follow you. They literally will
more
follow
so than
you.
women, because like women will like get the hint like, okay, oh, they're not interested. Men are like, I'm gonna change your mind, like, and the thing is, you're not gonna change
And
my mind.
that makes them want you more too. Like, that's
It's-
the thing. That
it's
makes them want you.
incredible.
Because like it's
Scary.
a challenge kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's really scary. Like I feel like anywhere I go, I have to like carry my pepper spray and be like constantly.
You
looking
have
at
pepper
myself.
spray?
Oh, absolutely.
No
I
way?
have- Oh yeah.
All right, I won't say anything wrong right now. Just like,
You literally spell it out to them, and they still do not get it. Like,
No.
they just don't. It's
but
sad.
that's kind of weird though, because like I feel like the stereotypical like love story in movies is
Oh,
like
yeah.
like the guy like overcoming like the girl kind
That
of
never
brushing him
happens.
off.
Never.
Really?
No, never.
The only way that I could see that happening is like
No, never.
maybe like a friend zone thing. Like if I was like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I know who you're
so
talking about.
if someone's like a really good friend, they're like, no, you're too good of a friend. Like I could see like years down the line, like that being like a love story. But when it's just like a creeper that you're like, no, I'm not into you at all whatsoever. Not even as a friend. You weird me out. Like that's never gonna happen.
But even if it is a friend though, like I had a friend that, you know, was like my best friend for a little bit, and he still is like a really good friend to me, and like he obviously did have feelings. He had feelings for me and stuff, and I don't think that would ever be anything, because I will always view him as a friend no matter what. And like I just couldn't ever view someone that I view as a friend now later on as like someone that I could like want to be with, like ever. Like I can only view them as a friend forever.
Really, that's interesting. So I feel like sometimes like the most healthy relationship dynamics or whatever, they establish that friendship and
Yeah,
then
of
they
course.
move like into like a, I guess, more like intimate relationship or whatever.
Yeah, and like I think that's true too, but like I think it depends on the person. You know, like if it's like, oh, just someone that you like let's say like I'm dating someone right now. Like obviously like there's gonna be guy friends, like not friends, but you know what I mean, like people who are acquaintances and stuff that like could potentially like be like a boyfriend or something later on, you know. But like while you have a do you know what I'm saying? Like those people could potentially be a boyfriend later on, but like if that, I don't know if that makes sense. Like
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, I don't know how to like really say what I'm trying to say, but like basically like friends that while like you're in a relationship, not friends, more. God, I'm just gonna end the conversation there because like I don't know how to like word what I'm trying to say, but
Isn't that kind of the worst? Like you're like I feel what I'm trying to say, but I can't like put it into words.
yeah, like I have no idea how to try to describe what I'm saying, but I just like if I view someone as a friend and if I like tell them you are my friend and they have feelings for me, like that means you're my friend forever. That's what that means. Like
why do you think it's so romanticized in like love stories and movies and all that? Like to have that guy that's so persistent.
I think
You guys know what
it's
I'm
like a
talking
false
about, right?
hope. Yeah, like I feel like it's almost like a false hope for people. Like, you know, like that guy friend like might think, oh, later on in the future she's gonna realize I'm the guy that's always been nice to her, always treated her like a princess and all this stuff. And she like just like she might be like, you know, not realizing I'm right in front of her right now, but later on she will. Like whenever all of her other boyfriends don't work out, like she's gonna see me then. But you know, like no, I'm never gonna see you like.
But you always say, oh, but you know, I'm not.
Oh yeah, I say that for you.
Yeah, but so I think that.
But that's because you've also had some kind of like before you had like some kind of romanticness with him before.
Yeah, I guess
you know
I've
never
but
unless you've had like some kind of romantic like situation.
But maybe it's not so much about like if it's your friend or not. Maybe it's the like specifically the person who it is, because if I have other guy friends that are literally just my guy friends.
Yeah.
So and like for them it's different, but like maybe it's just certain people that it's not just about being a friend, it's also being someone that I can see myself with.
Yeah, it just depends. Like honestly, like on the situation. Like if I
wouldn't say it's a false hope though. Like movies work out that way, and like it's just movies most of the time, but like I believe in that kind of stuff.
I think it depends on the situation. Like at least for me, like if I tell someone that they're my friend, they're my friend. Like that's just how it is for me.
Or if they're just creepy, like they're not overcoming
anything. If they're just creepy, I don't reply. So that's what that is.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
That's what I feel the worst about with girls is like going out to the bars, like specifically. That's just like because I've seen it, and that's another reason too. I saw that. I feel like I saw that like a lot of girls were kind of like more so. They weren't looking for anything like serious. They were more looking for like the attention, like you were saying. I feel like a lot of girls are very addicted to the attention.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like literally addicted. I think they're like dependent upon that.
Well, I feel like they want a boyfriend. You know, like a lot of the time, like girls like. I mean, at least, like, for me, like, I'm the kind of person, and it sounds so bad, but, like, I'm the kind of person who can't go long without a boyfriend. Like, it's so sad. Like, she's Miss Independent over here, but, like, for me, like, I love love. Like, I love love more than anything. Like, so I'm, like, if I am, like, single for a little bit, like, I'll try to enjoy it, but I just don't. Like, I can't enjoy being single. Like, I love being, like, just with one person and, like, just being happy with them. That's just like the way.
Well, it probably goes back to high school. You were saying like you kind of close yourself off and live so like.
But at least
secluded.
she's better about it now because she's been dating someone for over a year and like, still now like she's not gonna put him over me or over like her family like she used to. But
so it's probably you're just a very loving personality.
Oh yeah, like I'm so loving like to the people I care about.
And like. It's interesting that you say, like, I'm Miss Independent, because, like, yes, I am. Like, I'm the girl that's, like, I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to be okay by myself, but I also love love. Like, when I'm in a relationship, like, I'm a companion kind of person. I want something long-term, like, my best friend, be with me forever, ride or die, but, like,
she's had horrible experiences.
Like, literally, I've never had a boyfriend that didn't cheat on me. So, like, I at this point, I'm just, like, the difference is I'm going to wait for the right thing because, like, yes, I love love, but I'm not going to, like, fool myself into thinking that, like, someone's the right person for me if they're just not.
Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
I'm just going to wait.
Yeah.
And for now, like, I'm okay with that.
Well, I will say this, too, and this will probably give you some hope, but I know specifically speaking, like me versus, like, when I was your age, so you're 18, right? Okay, so, I mean, that's been 4 years. I'm 22 right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely insane how much I've matured. And I know they always say, like, guys mature, like, later than girls or whatever. Like, it's like insane how much I've grown up like since then.
Oh yeah.
But the weird thing is I've never like I only date up. So like the youngest guy I've dated is like 21 now. So like I do date up because I like the maturity and they're mature at first and they cheat on me. So like
I don't know. Like
I don't know if it's a maturity thing or if it's like and it's so funny. One of my coworkers yesterday or like 2 days ago was like maybe they just cheat on you because you just weren't the right girl for them. I'm like that's not how that's not an excuse. About it. Like, if I'm not the right girl, break up with me.
Yeah.
You don't have to cheat on me.
It's probably just, unfortunately, just shitty guys.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and it's hard. I think it actually is, like, hard to find, like, a good, genuine guy. But, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like I've had, like, decent luck, with guys.
She's had good luck with guys, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, I've had bad luck in other areas with guys.
Like, but... I mean, obviously they haven't worked out for other reasons, but, like, for me, I swear if the next guy I'm with cheats on me, I'm done. I'm turning into a lesbian. It's over.
There you go.
Bye.
There you go.
Like, I mean, seriously, if it happened again, like, at this point, I would just be like, okay, it's just never gonna work out then.
Well, my best friend is, I wouldn't say I have just one best friend, but anyway. one of my like favorite people. Like he's probably this might be a bold statement, but he's probably the best person I know. If you want, he's looking for a girl.
I want to know who it is.
We can speak about this
Oh my
after.
gosh, I want to know.
He's doing really well too.
Do I know him?
He just graduated college. Nah, I don't believe so. He went to Duchesne. He was my age.
Oh my gosh.
Well, maybe romance has been sparked.
He's literally like my favorite person. But like this might sound weird, especially like most guys. I feel like most guys get interested in girls in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
But I think he would agree with this, and I don't think this is mean to say, but like he genuinely was just always interested in other things, like until about a year ago, or maybe a little bit longer than that.
I know guys, and those are honestly some of the best guys.
Yeah, like I love guys that aren't so interested in like partying and so interested in
sex
girls
and drugs and
like
all that.
I would rather have like honestly like okay, so like I don't know if you know what The Bachelor is, but like there's like this like whole thing right now with one of the like main guys on there. His name's Colton, and he's a virgin, and it's such a huge thing right now. They're like, would you really want to be with a virgin, like with someone who doesn't know what he's doing? And in my head, I'd be fine with that. Like I'd rather be with a guy that doesn't know what he's doing and like doesn't have a lot of doesn't didn't get around with a lot of girls.
Right.
And I know that. Than just some guy who like has all that experience. Like I get it, like you want a guy with experience or whatever, but I just think that it's really cool that like he didn't care about all that.
Yeah.
And like he was like a professional football player, and like he could have had all the girls that he wanted. Like he's a very good looking guy, so like I just respect him.
I think it's a
lot.
self-respect thing too. Whenever like guys like or girls, for that matter, like whenever people like have a standard and they don't just go sleep with anyone, they like it's like it shows like how much that they value themselves whenever they're like more picky, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting, and they figure out that that's not going to bring them like lasting fulfillment or lasting happiness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I like.
Exactly.
I just respect those kinds of people a lot. Like, and that's really cool that he could wait. Like, he said it himself, it's not like a religious reason. It's just him waiting for like the right girl to like come around and like love him, basically.
Right.
So I was like, wow, like he seems like such a nice guy. At least on like the TV show, he seems like a really good guy. So I'm like, wow, like I would love to be with someone like him. Like he's awesome.
Off the camera, he's just like snorting
Dirk.
cocaine.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
like wild.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, but he doesn't like seem like that kind of person. Like at least on the TV show, he doesn't.
Right.
But so like I respect him a lot, and like those kinds of people. So.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Because I just feel like he was always just preoccupied with other things, and he's doing really well too. I'll say he graduated. Cool. He's got a full-time job now. He's working for Ameren. Like he's doing really well. So
these are the kinds of guys. Yes.
Well, we'll discuss this after.
All right, we gotta write that down too. We gotta write that down. I'll write his name down.
Can you imagine? What if like one day we get this is playing at my wedding with you?
Oh my god.
Don't know who you are yet.
In the wedding, I'm dancing.
Me too.
Well, this is actually, so I had Sam Punite's on, like you got, I told you guys before, last night, and this is a question I came up with for him, that I just thought was hilarious. All right, so who wins in a fight?
Her.
No.
Okay, well, still her.
Shaquille O'Neal,
Okay.
Shaq, Big Daddy Shaq. I don't know if anybody calls him.
Oh yeah, he was the guy from Shark
I'm
Week.
so sorry. I do not.
Natalie, the guy from Shark Week.
What guy from Shark Week?
The one that hosted freaking Shark Week.
I don't even.
You don't know who Shaquille O'Neal is? Really?
Oh.
Oh, really? I thought I just kind of assumed.
Wait, are we talking about like physical appearance or like what are?
Like
do I
a
have
fight.
To actually know that?
Like a physical fight.
But do I have to actually like know like the personality to think anything?
No. He's just okay. So he's played for the Lakers and he's massive.
Okay, so him and who else?
He's like 7
Versus
foot
3 angry Snookies.
Ooh.
I'm just imagining him clawing, biting.
I think
You'll probably know who Shaquille O'Neal is after.
Yeah, show me him.
I think he wins because
I'm just imagining a big guy.
I could imagine him just picking her off like one's coming.
I could just see him like throwing 3 punches and it being good. Like,
not even punches. You just be like, okay, tiny, bye bye, and just like lifting
them by their hair.
Yeah, like a little Raggedy Ann. That's
this
Shaq.
guy right here.
Okay, yeah, I think him.
And he's like, what is he, 7'4" or something?
Really, you've never heard of Shaq? That's wild.
Well, see, I don't know like a lot of names like that. Like, I know country singers. Like, those are the popular people I know. And Instagram people and YouTubers. That's, like, who I watch.
That's what I'm into, too. I like those a lot more than real celebrities.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're self-made. They're self-made. That's a lot cooler than me.
Yeah, YouTubers are, like, my favorites. Like, they are my all-time favorites. So
Same.
There's actually a YouTuber down in Springfield that I've been, like, connecting with him. I'm hoping
really?
I can, like, get him on a podcast.
Oh my god.
What's
But
his
he's
name?
Jack Brinkman.
I haven't heard of him.
What does he do? Like vlogs or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's your age. He just graduated high school and he's going to be a freshman this year and he's going to school there. Then he has a girlfriend and they're like a couples thing.
That's sweet.
That's what I love. So,
Really?
Yeah, I love watching couples channels like the most.
They're kind of funny too. I actually I'm not a huge vlog person. I like watching YouTubers, but just vlogging's not really necessarily my type of thing. But he's funny.
Yeah.
I like his videos.
Do you know who Nikki Blackadder is?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, she's like basically like a fitness / vlogger. She like is a big person for youth or for Gymshark, and so she's my favorite person to watch ever since I was like probably my sophomore junior year of high school. I've always just been obsessed with watching her. So she's like my favorite. And then hers is like Trisha, right?
Oh yeah, Trisha Paytas. She's a mess, but I like just adore her. Like
I like her too now. Like I used to not like her. I used to hear her voice like on Morgan's phone. I'd be like, Morgan, why do you listen to her? She is the most annoying
she's changed
voice.
a lot. Like she used to be like really fake, and she like own up to it. She's like, yeah, I was just putting on a front because like deep down she's really insecure. So she was just Barbie and the high voice and. You know, just yeah. But now
I love her.
Now she's
like
opened
her.
up a lot, and like she's a mess though. Like
She's
every time she has a breakup, she'll like sit on her kitchen floor. It's like really iconic. She like sits on the kitchen floor and like cries and like screams and
eats food at the same time.
Yeah, she does like mukbangs and she'll eat all this food. I don't know. She's
Wait, is she the drunk cooking person?
No, she's like
that's Hannah Hart. I like her too.
she's the queen of mukbangs, so like the queen of it.
I am absolutely obsessed
McBangs?
with her.
Yeah, mukbang. Sorry, I don't know how to say it.
MUKBANG.
You don't know what a mukbang is?
No.
Oh my god. Okay,
It's
so
like
Sounds
where
like a
you just sit
catchphrase.
with a camera. Well, it actually originated in like Japan or something, and like girls would just sit in front of a camera and they wouldn't talk and they would just eat and chew, and like people would just like to watch it. And so Trisha has like her own like a little Americanized spin on it. So she'll just like order Domino's or McDonald's or whatever it is, and she'll just eat in front of the camera and talk about
like
her
order
day.
a bunch of food, like a lot of.
But so
food.
she talks though.
Yeah, she talks. So it's not just her.
Okay, I was like, that's weird. That's like a fetish type thing.
Yeah,
No, but like me and her, like we could like do a mukbang together. Like people do have mukbangs together, and like they'll just like eat a bunch of food and talk to each other. Like basically, like
It's like a talk show, but
yeah.
where you just eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually would want to do that. Like, I think that we actually talked about doing. No, that's a chicken nugget.
Yeah,
so
we
like,
wanted to do a
we want to
chicken
do like
nugget
a challenge where it's like I think it's either 50 or 100 chicken nuggets in like 10 minutes.
Ooh.
And I think I could do it.
I could absolutely do it.
Yeah, like me
10
and her can eat so
No
much
one eats
food.
like us.
I promise you.
We can eat
No
more
one.
than you.
Yeah,
like,
I promise you.
absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Challenge
I
accepted.
know
promise.
my boyfriend. He's thought that he could eat as much as me. Like he's like, holy cow! Like you aren't kidding. Like I can eat like a whole like cheese, Papa John's pizza, bit like a large one to myself, no problem. And
No way.
I'd eat a cookie after, like a the.
It's literally my
cookie thing
Tinder bio.
afterwards. Yeah.
It's I can eat more than you.
Yeah, like, I promise you. Like me and her can out eat anyone. Like I
Wow.
Guaranteed.
Not Shaquille O'Neal though.
Probably could. I think we could.
That's funny because I can eat a lot for a guy. I will say that.
Okay.
Could you eat? Okay, I within an hour one night. This is kind of gross. Not the normal sized ones because
We don't know what gross is. Don't worry.
Yeah, you just mentioned eating a whole thing of Papa John's. Okay.
That's like a Thursday night. That's no good.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
right
we
before this
can-
podcast.
It was like a couple days ago.
That was breakfast. What are you talking about?
Okay, go on. Though.
Okay, so not the whole thing because that's 630 calories or 6,300 calories, but the smaller jars of peanut butter. I ate a whole jar of peanut butter.
Okay, that's too much. Like peanut butter, it just
Peanut
depends.
butter is
But
filled.
that's very thick though. Like,
Yeah, that's like too much.
Why?
Oh, so
why
now
were
we
you-
got excuses.
Why were you eating just peanut butter?
Yeah, that's boring. That's just boring to me.
I
like
like to eat
Like
peanut
just
butter.
like straight up, just like
I
peanut
do
butter.
it frequently. I
okay, then maybe we should have like an actual challenge though, like with him, like a McDonald's
my
eating
gosh,
challenge.
yeah.
That would actually be funny.
I would do it. I'm into this whole YouTube
like 10
scene.
minutes,
So.
like 10-minute like challenge, like who can eat the most.
Well, I can't eat McDonald's. I haven't eaten McDonald's since 3rd grade, and I'm like never gonna
Wow.
eat it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I actually was like that for a little bit too. Like, I was just tired of McDonald's. Like, I didn't even like it anymore. But now I could totally eat like a lot of food.
I so
Really?
could, but I don't.
mean, I
haven't.
don't.
I
I
probably
don't,
haven't had
though.
McDonald's in like 3 years.
Like, if I'm gonna cheat on a meal, like, I won't choose McDonald's because it's just like it's yummy, but it's not like my favorite. So,
Totally.
Yeah.
I would eat some Burger King nugs, and those are cheap too.
Burger King is good.
I'd be down with the challenge. I would do that.
oh my
I
god,
would
we
do that.
should. We could plan that.
Or pizza or something like.
I bet all 3 of us could do 100 nugs. 100 nugs in 10 minutes.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Done.
Yeah, let's do
Done.
That
it.
doesn't even seem rushed either.
Easy. Are you kidding me?
No, not at all. Like, that seems pretty easy to.
Oh wait, 10 a minute? Okay, so that's 1 every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like speed eating, but okay.
You're speed eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you
Think
could do
about
that?
it. 2 at a time. Dunk them. Like a little barbecue sauce.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know
some
if I'd waste the
Chick-fil-A
calories on it. Maybe. I don't know.
That's the one thing that like kept me from. There's like also the 10,000
Yeah.
calorie challenge. I'm like,
Oh,
think
yeah, I
about
could
that.
do
If you
that.
gain like 10 pounds in one day, and like obviously a lot of it's water weight or whatever, but think about that. Is it really worth it? It'll probably take you a good 2 weeks to absolutely work off every last part
It's,
of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's annoying because, like, for me, like, my calorie intake, my calorie intake should be like 1,200 calories. And that's fucking, I'm sorry, sorry for my.
No, you can cuss. You can
But,
cuss. It's cool.
so, like, that's like nothing. Like, 1,200 calories is a meal. Like,
That's a healthy meal at Panda. That's,
Yeah.
That's rice and
and
teriyaki
it sucks
chicken.
because, like, I can out-eat anyone. I love food, but 1,200 calories is, like, what I'm supposed to eat in a day. So, like, whenever I'm trying to diet, that's
okay.
how many I eat in a day. But I'm just, like, sitting there, like, still, like, starving to death. But
Yeah, it's gotta be hard. That's good. Yeah, especially if you want to eat that all in one meal.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
It's so hard.
Maybe something I don't know a ton on this. I did it for a little bit, and I have like a really high metabolism, so I ended up losing like 15 pounds in 15
What?
days. But
What's that
have
like?
you ever like looked into like intermittent fasting?
Oh, yeah, I do that.
We do that.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say I feel like it'd be better to eat all your
yeah.
meals within like a
A
certain
window.
amount of time.
I already
yeah.
do that, and at first I kind of struggled with it because I love to eat like breakfast and lunch and dinner. But now, like, I've just become so used to it that my stomach will hurt if I don't eat within that time period. Like, I have to eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. every day. That's my time period that I eat through. So, I'll, like, try to save my calories more towards the end of the night because that's whenever I crave food the most. So I'll try to, like, eat, like, a little thing, like, at first and then, like, save all the rest for later.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, does it work?
Oh yeah, like I mean, honestly, I haven't seen results like losing weight wise, but I know a lot of people have. But at least like it keeps me from like overindulging in food.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's what it helps
Yeah.
with for me at least.
But I mean, there's like different schools of thought though, because like a lot of people believe in intermittent fasting, but then like other people say if you don't eat breakfast, you're not going to lose weight because you need to get your
I
metabolism.
don't believe
kicked.
that anymore. I used to believe.
So
that,
I mean,
but
it
don't
just
believe that.
depends, like who you ask. I think.
Yeah, I mean, like it really just like I think that whatever works for you is like what works for
it's
you.
very personalized. Like you have to figure out like I mean, there's things that worked for me 2 years ago that don't work for me anymore. So
Yeah,
like, and that's
exactly.
another thing. Your
Yeah, that's
body
a
is
good
always
point.
changing.
Yeah,
So
I used to eat breakfast every day. I couldn't go without breakfast, and now it's just like all
like,
my thoughts have changed. Like I love breakfast food, but like all the breakfast food I like is more than 1,200 calories. So I don't know. Like if I eat breakfast foods, it's normally just eggs now. Like that's what it is now. And I'll make myself egg
That's healthy.
turkey
That's healthy.
bacon tacos like every day. So
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
sounds kind of good.
It's
oh,
really
it is.
good.
It's
Yeah, we
delicious.
get, like,
I'm assuming
Well-
you soft shells.
yeah.
yeah, we
Okay,
get like
hard
low
shells
carb
can-
tortillas and just like I do like egg whites and she does turkey bacon in hers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
See, like eating healthy is not that hard.
It's not,
not.
but it's the hard part is just resisting the bad
Exactly.
foods that you want.
It's not that I absolutely hate all healthy food in the entire world. Like that's not true. It's just like
You crave
choosing
cookie.
that over like
You crave pizza,
Pizza or whatever.
You crave cake, you crave ice cream, like you know.
those are obviously better, but like
Yeah, but like just like have like a bite of it, and it's hard, but like just like have your bite of it so that you get the taste in your mouth, and then like be done. Like that's the hard part though, is just being done with it.
I was literally doing that right before this podcast. I was chewing up a cookie, then spitting it out.
Are you
Oh my
serious?
God,
Yeah.
you were?
Yeah.
my ex used to do that. I'm like, you have an eating disorder. Like you need to figure that out.
Oh my God. No, actually, I think that you were the one who said something like that to me. Like you're like, oh, why don't you just do that? Like joking around, and I was like, I never thought about that. That's a great idea. And so I like did it, and I was like, I just didn't get satisfaction out of that. Like I didn't get satisfaction.
I do it whenever I'm like craving sweets. Like if I'm like craving sweets, I'm like, okay, I can still satisfy the need of like eating sweets, but
Yeah.
not actually like putting in the calories.
It's sad though, like, you know.
I don't do it out in public,
Oh,
just so you
yeah.
know. It's not like I'm doing
better
this like keep a trash can right next to me.
Eating disorder support on you.
Yeah, and it's sad that like people like actually feel the need to do that, you know, like just and like it's back to the societal things, like, you know, you want to look a certain way,
Yeah.
feel a certain way, but and it's sad that like people will go to those like extremes to just like avoid like 50 calories or 20 calories
True.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is, you know, because like an Oreo is how many calories, like 60 70, yeah, so like, you know, it's sad that like we'll literally like
Why do I know that? Why do I know how many calories are in Oreo?
yeah,
Yeah, I was actually impressed.
Yeah, like
because like for 3 Oreos it's how many? It's 150 or
no, it's 140 for 2.
I thought it was no.
For the regular Oreos, it's the serving size is 3. For the double stuffed, it's 2.
Oh,
Why do I know that?
Double stuff.
Because
I don't like
say
regular. I like double stuff.
I'm down with whatever. Or an Oreo's an Oreo.
So you guys would say now you're eating healthy just to eat healthy, just to be like to live a healthy lifestyle versus before it might have been to like fulfill this like societal expectation
Yeah, well,
of you as a
actually,
girl.
the reason why I first started losing weight was because my ex cheated on me, and I was like, I'm gonna show him, and that for me is like probably not a good reason. You shouldn't be doing it for anyone but yourself. But I just was so determined to show him who I was and that he couldn't do this like because I was fat or whatever. So like that's why I started. But once I started, I was in love with it. It didn't matter whether he cared or not. I was gonna do what I wanted to do because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel more confident. Like all of that. So,
Honestly, for me though, like still most of the reason, like it's sad to say, but like most of the reason is to like almost impress other people, and it's sad.
But that's not true because like when you look in the mirror, you're like,
oh yeah,
I want to look good for myself.
Yeah, like I still want to look good in the mirror, and I'm like, ooh, like I can tell like I'm losing weight and stuff, and it'll feel good. But at the same time, like I know that the ultimate reason is to probably look good for like in front of other people, and like for people to be like, oh, she looks good. Like,
what about for your boyfriend? Do you like feel any like need like as a girl to
No.
look good so that you're like, oh, like my boyfriend has a skinny girlfriend?
Yeah, like honestly, never ever.
Really?
Like I've never felt like that with a boyfriend, and it's like I just haven't, because any of the guys I've dated, they're like I can eat as much as I want in front of them, and they have never put me down about it before. You know, like
That's
my
awesome.
boyfriend, like if right now, like he'll probably say things like, if I'm eating, like overeating, he knows that every single time I overeat, I like say my stomach hurts and stuff, and so he'll be like, okay, Natalie, like slow down, like your stomach's gonna hurt, but it's not to like be mean or to like,
Yeah.
oh, you're looking kind of fat, like
You're gonna get fat.
yeah, like he's not doing it for that reason. He knows it's because I'm gonna feel sick afterwards.
Yeah, but it's funny that you mentioned that because like that was like one of my conditions, like unspoken conditions in my relationship, was that like if I didn't keep up with his fit life, then like I wasn't good enough for him, and like he would make comments about things, and it was really heavy in the beginning of the relationship. He would always comment on what I was eating, like why I was eating that, how much I was eating, like it didn't matter what I was eating. Every time we ate together, like there was a comment made. So I just stopped eating in front of him because I like couldn't do it, and he like realized that I was really sensitive to it. So like eventually he kind of slowed down on it, but that stuck with me throughout the entire 3 years I dated him. Like I wouldn't eat in front of him, like
Yeah.
Wow.
like if we went to dinner and there was bread on the table, like Outback or Texas Roadhouse or whatever, you bet your ass I was not going to touch that bread, because in the beginning he would have asked me why. So it didn't matter whether he changed or not because it stuck with
Yeah.
me. That and even I don't know.
Like it sucks because like whenever I was younger, I did not understand that people like could feel so sensitive about weight. Like I just didn't get it, you know. So like I would make fun of Morgan.
She would
but
always
I
say things
didn't
to me.
like I feel like such
But
a,
she was always skinny, so she couldn't understand
Yeah,
that it
like,
really hurt my feelings.
I feel like such a B word now,
yeah.
but like I didn't realize like that how bad it could have hurt someone, you know. So like I would make fun of her, and like looking back now, I'm like, oh my god.
To
like,
this day,
Totally,
it's like
yeah.
it's absolutely my number one insecurity. Like, and even though I'm more confident in myself now, like it's so touchy for me. Like, I have like a fitness Instagram, and I just talked about this actually. I made a post because I went to my doctor's office, and like I haven't weighed myself since like January, because like I have like a very bad like mental relationship with like food and my weight and everything, so I just don't even weigh myself anymore. So I went to the doctor, and I was like, I don't want to know my weight, like don't even tell me. And my doctor's like, I really want you to look at your chart.
and he wasn't trying to be mean. Like
He wasn't trying to be mean. He was just like, he wanted me to look at my chart, and I didn't even have to look at it. I just started bawling my eyes out. I'm hyperventilating.
All of a sudden I hear like I was like,
This was just
Oh, you're there too.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
this
like,
this
oh
was
my
just
God.
3 days ago. Like, and this just goes to show that those like things, like comments by Natalie, by my ex, by the people, my peers, whoever it was, like even though I'm not 200 pounds anymore, it doesn't matter because it stuck with me. So like just the mention of my weight is gonna
Past
make
pain.
me break down. Like
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm very touchy with that kind of stuff, and I wish I wasn't, because like I know it's like kind of silly to be crying over like a scale, but that's just like where I am mentally right now. So that's like one of my flaws I'm trying to like work on at the moment. It's just like my
honestly
own.
You can't help it though, you know, like that's probably how you're gonna always feel. Like I feel like I feel that way too. Like I'll get on the scale. I get on the scale almost every single day, and like I get down on myself. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I'm at the same weight, like nothing's happening. And I know why it's not happening is because I'll eat good and then I'll like overindulge in bad food, and then, you know, like that's why I keep getting stuck, you know. But like, and I know I look fine and I shouldn't be so concerned, but like it's still like, it can still like make me feel upset and like make me like not like myself for a day, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah.
So do you think the intention or the motive to get to like that end result is important? So like you said, to impress other people, like do you think that's important in comparison to like just doing it to like hold high standards for yourself? I
just would rather feel happy, you know, like, and that is what makes me feel happy. Like it's sad, but like just what makes me feel happy is to look good in front of the mirror, like make me like, you know, if I'm happy with myself, I can be happier and like nicer and just.
I don't see that as sad.
Yeah.
It's where you derive not all of your self-confidence, but some of your self-confidence from.
Yeah, that's like honestly where most of it comes from, is just like my body, and like I feel like that's how girls are in general. Like it's like that's, if you feel good like in your body, like you're gonna feel better, and like you're gonna want to do your makeup, you're gonna want to like do your hair and just like look pretty. And like I haven't done my makeup in probably like a month almost now.
Same.
And today was like the first day I did it.
No
and,
way?
yeah, I was like, you know, I'm gonna do it today because like I knew I was gonna be on the camera and stuff, so I was like, I'm gonna do my makeup today.
Yeah.
But I mean, not that I care, because like I've just become like someone who can just walk around without makeup and not, it just
Same.
doesn't faze me anymore. Like I
That's
remember
awesome.
in high school and middle school, like, or beginning of high school and middle school, I was so insecure without makeup. I could not go to school without makeup. I refused. Like I had to go with makeup and had to go with my hair done. And now I just do not care, because I'm just like, whatever. Like I am me, and if you're not happy with it, then bye. Like that's just how I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a slow transformation.
Yeah, and that's like how, like, I was like thinking about it the other day. I was like, I just want to make sure that my, like, if I ever have like a little girl one day, that she does not feel the need to wear makeup, because it's just stupid. Like you honestly, like no one should feel the need to wear makeup. No one should.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a result of like the, I guess, men viewing women and like being very overly judgmental? Because that's another thing I was saying. Like I've always been very, like, I hang out with some pretty good people, but I've been surrounded by some people that are like extremely like disrespectful.
Yeah.
And like the way they'll like talk about girls, and I'm like, holy shit! Like if that, which by the way, it's cool to cuss, but I was like, holy shit! Like if that's it, like if that's like if that was me that they were talking about, or if that was somebody like I cared about. I mean, most of the time it's somebody I don't even know.
Yeah.
So like there's no like I guess attachment for me, but I was like, that would suck. Like,
Yeah, it's just
I would
mean.
yeah, like you don't even know her. You're literally only talking about like her physical appearance. Like,
Yeah,
come
I
on
honestly
now.
can't stand like when people do that. When people like say something like, "Oh, that person's ugly," or "This person's ugly without makeup," or whatever it is. Like I'm
the
just
first thing out of my mouth is like, is that your business?
well, like it's not even, is it your business, but like, why are you being so rude?
Yeah.
Like you didn't, like, unless they like did something to you, or like, you know, said something mean to you or something. Like I just don't see the
You're
point.
putting in more energy and effort to like say something nasty about them instead of just like letting them live their life. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
for all you
yeah.
know, they could be the coolest person ever, and you wouldn't even know because you were too busy thinking about how ugly they were. You like whatever.
I
it is
just
you
don't
thought about
get it.
them.
Like I honestly do not pay attention that much to people, like to where I'm like, obviously I love people watching and everything, but I would never be like, oh my god, well, how is that person so ugly? Like
Yeah.
I
Like, what?
it's
Who
just not
thinks
in
about
my
that?
mind. It's not in my mind. Like until like someone does something mean to me, like that's whenever I think someone's ugly. Like that truly is whenever I think
Which
someone's
we've
ugly.
talked about.
So it's all about like who they are, like on the
Yes.
inside.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes, like you don't know who I'm talking about. I had a really, really, really amazing friend, like someone that I thought was gonna be in my life for a long time, and she did me so dirty. And like I used to think she was so cool and like so pretty, and she did me so wrong.
Wait,
Like I'll
I
tell you about it
know-
after.
I know who it is.
Yeah. So she did me so dirty, and now I look at her, I'm like, she's disgusting.
I
Like,
think I do know.
Those are the worst. Like that's because I've experienced the same thing, especially
Yeah.
since high school. Like people I consider like really good friends. Like that sucks. Whenever people let you down like that,
Yes.
it's like I held you to such a high esteem.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like-
It's sad.
It's
Oh,
so
it's the
sad.
worst.
Like, it's so embarrassing. Like, if you go on her Instagram, like, there's comments from me from, like, months ago, like, oh my god, you're killing it, you're so pretty, all this stuff. and like
Trying to positively impact her.
Yes, and to look back, I'm like, I feel so dumb. Like I helped her in so many ways. Like at least I thought I did, and like I don't know. That's what hurts the most is like betrayal because it never comes from your enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because you get your guard up with your enemies,
Exactly.
and you don't allow them to put
Because
you in a
you
vulnerable
expect
position.
it, but you don't expect it from your friends. So
Yeah.
when they do, you're like, oh my god, I'm dumb. Like, or I don't know, you start second guessing everything because if someone that close to you does you dirty, like who else is gonna do you dirty?
Yeah,
That's why it's like hard for me to trust anyone in general. Like it's hard. Like I have to like know you, and like we have to spend a lot of time together for me to actually trust you. It's just hard.
Exactly. I'm the same way. Like you build that trust. It's not like you start out, I trust you, and then you work your way down. Or like
Yeah.
if you do something, it's like no, you build up.
Yeah, you build up.
Guilty
and, like,
until proven innocent.
you build up, and if you do
Yeah,
one
yeah,
mistake,
yeah.
then like bye. Like it's. And I know I've made mistakes in my life too, but like it just depends. Like if it's like a mistake that like that you can forgive, that's good. But like if it's a mistake that you just like it just depends on your standards, honestly, and your values. And if they don't have the same values as you, like that's just the way it is, and you just drop.
You're not
those
going to
people.
change that.
Yeah,
so like, cool, you have your own set of values, but I just don't agree. And like, I think it's okay to like agree to disagree. You don't have to like be friends with everyone. You don't have to like have the same mindset as everyone.
Yeah.
If we all had the same mindset, like nothing would ever get done. So
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And I guess the shitty people make you appreciate the good people. Right?
Exactly. That's why like I'm thankful for like even the bad times. Like that's what like makes the good times shine.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. And most of the time there's a learning experience with them, good and bad.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And going back to the trust issues thing, like that's like I was saying before, my cousin, me and him have that like unconditional friendship, relationship kind of deal, like to where like no matter what I say, do, like, I mean, as long as I don't like intentionally wrong him, which I don't, and he doesn't do the same to me, like we're just always there for each other, which is why it's so important for you two to have each other.
Yeah.
Like, that's really special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone should have that one person, like whether it's your sister, your cousin, or your best friend, whoever, like to just have someone that you can 100% rely on is like
Yeah.
really.
Think how bitter you could get. Like you could be a good person with good intentions and then not have anybody to tell anything to, and then just get really mad at the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just so important just to at least have that one person that's like not your boyfriend, like because your boyfriend, they can go at any time.
Exactly.
Like you could think you're gonna marry them and everything, but like they can go at any time, and I've realized that obviously like with other relationships. So like just having that one person that you just know you have no matter what is just what is so important. So
Which I'm kind of convinced you could have that with anybody, but the fact that like you're family with somebody, it's like that whole other reason to like keep them around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like we're gonna be together no matter what.
Yeah.
So like we could be in different countries, and
Yeah.
she's still gonna be my number one. Like
Yeah.
no matter what.
See, that's how your future husband is too.
Yep. Can't wait to know who he is because I still don't know, but
I'm actually really excited.
yeah, I'm like every now and then I'm like, who is he talking about?
I want to
Like,
know. I want to know so freaking bad. What if he like is just like not even like your type at all?
At this point, my type is they don't cheat on me. Like that's
There you
honest
go,
to
there you
God
go.
my only type. Like they could have.
Hey, you better have some better standards. Than
No,
that.
like obviously, like be a good
Your
guy,
sister
like
must like him.
whatever, all of that, like all the obvious things. But like number one for me at the moment, just don't cheat on me. Like
Yeah.
just don't.
So that's number one, and then other things underneath that.
I mean, honestly, yes, because like if I get cheated on again.
No,
I don't know what I'm gonna
she's
do.
already told me like if I get cheated on again, like I will never be with someone again, and
Like I just couldn't.
it
I
makes
couldn't.
me so mad because like she just doesn't understand like that there are good guys. Like she truly doesn't get it. Like she just doesn't. Like I believe that
It's so sad.
I believe in true love. I believe in good guys, and I feel like I have like a pretty good idea of what a good guy is at first.
Me too. And like that's the worst part. The last guy I dated was like
He fooled us all.
He was
He what?
He fooled us all.
he was the definition of good guy. Like he's never like he like waited until he was 21 to drink. Like he's never smoked. Like he was an amazing guy. I was like, oh my god, like I finally found like a good guy. He was just like
He was good looking. He was tall.
like he was just like I don't even know. He was just the good guy. I thought maybe because he ended up going away from school, and I was like, we'll probably break up. Like distance will probably break us up, but he'll never cheat on me. What does he do? He cheats on me.
Yeah,
Whenever
it's
you guys
funny.
went away.
Well, And I'm lucky that I found out because someone that was there that night actually like messaged me and was like, hey, like your boyfriend was fooling around.
And he tried to deny it too.
He tried to deny it, and then I was like, I cannot believe like, and he ended up like apologizing later, which doesn't, I still like don't have a good relationship with him for obvious reasons, like, but he was like, one thing that he said that stuck with me was like, I was supposed to like, what, I don't remember what he said. He said I was supposed to mend something, and I ended up just breaking something that was already so broken. And like I was like, damn.
Did you think it was broken?
Myself?
Did you think? Was he saying he broke you?
Yeah. Even more so than I was already broken.
Oh shit, that's mean.
Well, no, because he was right though. Like he was supposed to change my view, because like the whole relationship, he's like, I'm gonna prove to you that good guys exist, because he knew my past about like all my cheating exes. He was like, I'm gonna prove to you good guys are out there. Like I will never like.
Oh, I thought he was saying, I misinterpreted what he meant by broken.
No,
okay.
He just said, like, I broke something that was already so broken. I'm like, you're right, you did. And you made it, like, put me in my hole 10 times deeper.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've grown a lot.
Because, like, I actually, like, believed in him, too, a little bit, just because, like, he would talk to me about cheating and how he, like, thought it was so horrible. He was
very against it.
And, like, I just really thought that he was, like, a good guy for a little bit, and then, like, I found out about that, and I was like, Morgan, no matter what he says, I'm telling you, he cheated on you. Like, I promise you, this guy would not have gone out of his way to come tell you that he cheated on you if he didn't. And
he ended up confessing to
it.
So,
I mean, I just know, like, you know when someone cheated on you, and, like, don't be blind to it. Even if they deny it, don't be blind. Like,
right.
That's what I think.
Because I wanted to believe him, because, like, I mean, I was really, like, I cared about him a lot, and I wanted to believe that, like, he was the good guy I thought he was, but, I mean, like I've said, that was a learning thing, and it happened for a reason.
And what makes me the most mad is the people who deny it, honestly. Like, do not deny it. Do not. And just be honest. If you did it, be honest. That's the least that you could do, is just be honest, so that way at least the person knows, and they'll do with it what they want. Like, if they want to stay with you, they're lost in a way, But
that's a good point.
If they are... if they're smart enough, they're not going to stay with you.
Do you think that guilt kind of motivates them to be deceptive?
What do you mean?
Like the guilt of like I did cheat, like, and they don't want, or do you think they can get away with it?
I think that they more want to get away with it. Like
I'm the opposite. I think that it's the guilt thing, because like how he told me, he's like, I've always been the good guy. When I realized that I had done what I'd done, like I didn't want to come to terms with the fact that I had done something imperfect, and I'm like, that makes sense to me, but like,
but for who. It was because you didn't want to get caught.
Yeah, so maybe it depends on the guy.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely feel for you there, because I had the same. I mean, it only happened how many times, if you don't mind me asking?
How many times have you been cheated on?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, with my first ex, like once a month for 3 years, so 36 times, like.
Well, probably.
Honestly, like so many times, and then so
it's like a new argument every single time.
Yeah, there's like a new girl every single time. Like,
wow.
Like I would say not like actually once a month, like probably once every like 3-ish months he would like something would happen and he would cheat on me.
But who knows
that you know about?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. What do I not know about? So like a lot with him, and then so I've had 2 serious relationships. That was the first guy, and then the second guy was the one I just told you about. So 2 different serious boyfriends that cheated on me. A couple like not so serious ones that cheated on me, but it wasn't that serious.
But each time is gonna mess you up a little bit. Yeah.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's a different guy or the same guy. Like the fact that it kept happening. I mean, and that was partially my own doing, because I was going back to the cheater, right? But I mean, he was so good with his words. Like he was so convincing that like, this is really the time. You're gonna fix me. You're gonna be the girl that stuck through it all. And I wanted to be that girl. I wanted to be the one that 10 years down the line I was like, yeah, I made him the guy he is. I turned him from the bad guy to the good guy. I did that. But it turns out you can't do that.
And she would like, you would always come to me crying, and just like, I would literally just like hold her in my arms, and she'd be like, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I just be good enough? Why can't someone just think that I'm good enough?
And it's so sad for me to think that I was like that at one point. Like I wondered.
It made me so mad, because like guys literally come up to me all the time, or will message me like asking me for her number, telling me how pretty she is. And I think that Morgan is like one of the most beautiful people in the world. Like, I promise you, like, I think that. And so it makes me so angry that like she could ever think that. And I would literally yell at her like, are you dumb? Are you crazy?
It's like psychological.
Are you crazy? So. Like I would get so angry that like guys would make her feel this way, because like so many people ask me all the time to hook me up with her,
right?
Or hook her up with them. I mean, so
yeah, it would definitely, because I've been cheated on as well, and it really put me in a dark place. Yeah,
so
like with the person that I introduced her to.
Same.
But,
about 6 of those times it was my close friends.
So worse.
Oh, no,
yeah,
that's
my close friends. So I'm so sorry to hear about that because I know that hurts. Like,
and this is way harder to like it's way easier to say than it is to like, I guess like act on, but I feel like you can't blame yourself because like what I don't know, it comes down. At least with guys, I feel like most of the time it's just them selfishly thinking in the moment for the most part. I'm probably not thinking like as the whole. Maybe there's alcohol involved. Who knows? But
yeah,
it actually got to the point. I mean, I was really young then, and like I had learned a lot since then. But he almost every time he would cheat on me, it was because he was, not because he was drunk, but he had been drinking. So I was like, there's the correlation. I'll just make him stop drinking and he'll stop cheating on me. So like and this was where I became toxic too because I told him he couldn't drink without me. And, like, that's an ultimatum. Ultimatums are not healthy, and everyone knows
What's
that.
What's an ultimatum?
It means, like, if I say, you can never wear the color blue again, or else I'm going to break up with you.
So, like, you can either have me,
or you can have this. So that's an ultimatum. And that's, like, the first red flag of toxic relationships 101. So, like, if someone ever offers you an ultimatum, and that's where I realized I am not myself anymore. I'm becoming the toxic person because I was telling him, if you drink without me, I'm going to break up with you.
But that's his fault, though, that he made you that way.
His fault, but still, that's whenever I realized that his toxic ways were making me toxic. And that's, like, one of the like biggest mind blowing things I've ever realized. I was like,
that happens in relationships. Like people can be so toxic to you that you become crazy yourself. Like that's how it is. Like you become crazy
when they make you feel crazy because of their own craziness.
Each person's got to kind of carry their own weight.
It's honestly so true though.
That is wild to think about.
It's weird.
Just stay away from the crazy and you won't become crazy.
Rule to live by.
It's contagious.
Yeah, it's contagious.
I'll hit you guys with another question.
Okay.
Well, I do think it's cool. Like, you guys are both like into modeling, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what do you kind of want to do with that? Like, with the like YouTube, Instagram, like all that.
I don't really have a goal at all with modeling because, like, I don't ever like seek to be a model. Actually,
we're like 5'2" and 5'3". We're not gonna.
I don't really care. I don't really care to be a model. I just love taking pictures. I've always been obsessed with a camera since I was like a little baby. I would beg my mom. I'd be like, "Can I take more pictures? Can I take more videos?" Like. I loved it, and I still do to this day. Like, I'm like, Morgan, let's take pictures. Like, and she gets so annoyed with me. She's like, come on, like, I'm tired of it.
I do love pictures, too, but, like, a lot of the time, like, she like, could never get tired of them. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to relax. I want to enjoy life and not, like, take a picture all the time.
And, like, that's how I am, too,
I'm kind of in the middle of this.
Like, I love to take my pictures. Like, I love to get the picture first and then enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Totally,
That's how I am. Like, I'll take the picture, get the good picture, be done with it, and then enjoy
like, if you're on vacation, get the picture, then phone's in the pocket. You
That's
forget
how
about
we
the phone.
are.
That's exactly what we do.
We do it in the morning. Like, literally, we'll wake up in the morning,
first
take
thing,
our pictures.
Pictures, hair, then after that, hair's up.
Hair's going in the beach or in the sand and the water, and it's all done for. So
there you go.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't say I have a goal. For me, like, the coolest thing that I've, like, been able to, like, call a goal or whatever is like being able to reach other people, and I only have like 6,000 followers. Like she's at like 16 or something. But like I have girls messaging me telling me that I impact their lives, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing. And like if I ever did decide to like, and even with just my fitness account, like I mean seriously, I have so many girls that are like, you motivate me, you make me want to be better, and I'm like, that is
the best feeling.
I mean seriously, I've never experienced anything like it. Like it touches my heart. I'm not like a huge like. I don't cry all the time, and like reading people's comments and messages makes me bawl my eyes out because it's just so amazing to me that I just with my little Instagram can impact people's lives. Yeah. That is so cool.
And it's funny because like the other day I was at the gym and I was just sitting in the sauna, and this girl, she was like, "Are you Morgan Metcalf?" And I was like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Oh, I was like, no, that's my sister, why?" And she was like, "Oh, because I follow her page and I always like follow her workouts and follow her meals and stuff, and I love watching her and like looking at her and stuff."
Did you know her personally?
I had no idea
who she was.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
like
so
seriously.
I told her, I was like, no, but like I'll tell her that you like said that. Me and her like had like a 30-minute conversation in the sauna, and I came home and told Morgan that, and I had Morgan follow
Respect staying in there so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll stay in for. I love the sauna.
Same,
but like
same.
I'll tell her. I told her about it and stuff, and like more like it just makes you happy to like have someone say something nice about
that
you.
What you're doing is worthwhile. Like that people are listening. That is so
and
cool.
it makes me happy when people like come up to me about Morgan too. Like I love when people are like, "Oh my god, she looks so amazing." Like it makes me happy to hear people saying that about her, just because like I've seen her at her like lowest point, you know. Yeah. So like it makes me happy to see like people realizing like how good she's doing too.
And they're getting inspired, and like they're it's motivating to like bring change into their own life.
Yeah, and it motivates me more. Like people are like, "You motivate me." I'm like, "No, you inspire me because you telling me that what I'm doing is like."
Making
is
you wanna
something
go harder.
important, it makes me want to go like all the way harder. Like
That's a win-win. You
me.
created a win-win. You're taking action, which is making other people take action, and then them telling you and like complimenting you that they're like, hey, you inspire me.
Yeah.
It's creating more action.
it
in
like
you.
lights the fire under my butt. I'm like, okay, I better keep going then because like these people are listening to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. It's like my favorite thing I've ever done.
That's I always assume like with this podcast, like people tell me I'm like I'll be like, yeah, like, or like they'll be like, yeah, like I've listened to some of your clips lately and I really like what you're doing, and I'm like, I just assume nobody's watching. You
It's
know?
not like I'm like ever since like like we like started this whole thing, like I'm gonna like start watching it because like I told you earlier, like I love all your like little clips and stuff that you do. Like you should actually like do YouTube, like do YouTube
so
like
should.
other than podcasts, like do like your little funny clips and stuff on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever done that before, really, but like you should, because like I'm not kidding, you'd probably become like so famous just from that.
Just like goofy like rants to the video or
that or
do-
eating challenges or whatever it may be.
Or
like I feel like you just have the
do your
personality
pranks
for
or
it.
whatever,
Do
like-
your pranks. I promise I won't give it a thumbs down even though
I'll give you all likes. But
I have a few prank videos like saved up right now.
yeah.
I have one where we stared at people on campus, and then I think what I'm gonna do, because I have right now like I'm like I don't know, I think I'm like 15 podcasts ahead or something like that. So I think I might like still do podcasts down at school, but like more so whenever like I have time between like work, homework, and all that, like school and everything. Like film some prank videos, because I feel like people want to watch
I'll
those
do one
more.
with you. Like maybe
That'd be
me and you could like do
awesome.
some pranks. Like I would.
I'm gonna be
so,
hiding.
Would you really?
Yes, I'm not kidding. I would so be down because no one else will do it with me.
Oh,
so
that'd be-
I'm
yes.
100% down. Like everyone else is against it. Everyone's like, "That's so mean." I'm like, "What's mean? Like it's a joke."
Yeah,
I'll just pretend that I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
I have a whole list. I have a
I'm
whole
not
list
kidding.
of things.
I'm down. Like,
I'm down.
100%.
I'm down.
Okay.
I mean, all we would need at that point was just a camera.
I have one. You
My
have
nightmares
one.
are forming.
All right, cameraman. My bad.
Oh, cameraman. Yeah.
Oh, I'm busy that day.
Hey, you're not your wingman, or you're not your wingman. Your other guy.
Oh man.
Yeah. Bring your future.
Okay,
future
how about
husband.
I'll make a contract. I'll be the cameraman if you promise never to pull a prank on me.
Sure.
I can make that promise. I don't know if you can.
I
Natalie.
can. Maybe.
Yeah, if you ever pull a prank on me, I think I would kill you in your sleep.
She's not kidding.
What's the meanest thing you guys ever done to each other growing up?
Ooh. She's always been a little more feisty than me. Like when I'm mad, I get more reserved. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and lock myself in my room.
I know I've done mean
She
things.
pushed
I
me
don't
down
know
the
what.
stairs once, and I had a bruise probably this big on my hip.
I
for,
honestly
like, a
don't
month.
remember that.
Oh wow,
She
sounds
pushed
like
me down the
baseball.
stairs. No, seriously, it was huge and it hurt so bad.
It's
and like,
something more mean, like honestly, like words. I feel like, or done something. I honestly don't know. Like I know I have, but I can't think.
I peed in my sister's fish tank one time and killed her fish when I was younger.
I have never done anything like that. But you know what? So my ex-boyfriend that like I dated for a long time, I found out that his little brother put my toothbrush in the toilet and like rubbed my toothbrush all in the
didn't
toilet.
like her?
Yeah. Can you believe that? Yeah. Crazy. I'm gonna slow down on that topic, but anyway.
yeah.
Oh, that's fucked
I'm trying to
up.
think of something mean I did to you.
I don't know. Oh, I know. Okay, so like basically like she was not in the right headspace at all.
This isn't like when I was younger though.
No, but like she was not in the right headspace. Like do not get mad at her. Like do not think anything bad
This
of her.
was like,
But like
this
she
whole story.
basically it's like we drove home like one night and like her
I literally don't even like hearing this story because it's not even me at all.
so like her friend basically like did her dirty that night, and like her friend came home with us that night, and her friend like denied it and everything, and but like they were upstairs and I came upstairs. I don't remember why. I think I was like gonna go grab something, and all of a sudden I hear my name, and I was like, what is going on?
I was incredibly angry this night. Like I don't even know. Like,
She wasn't even mad at me. She was not even mad at me, but
No.
she was mad at this girl, and she was taking her anger out. Like she was like acting.
the girl was laying in the bed with me.
Yeah,
like,
so she was just like taking her anger out, and I hear like Morgan talking bad about me, and this is at a point where I was at my lowest point in my life, like my lowest absolute point in my life. So like she pretty much like was like talking really bad about me, and I was like, wow, you actually think all this about me, and I was like, good to know like that my own best friend, my own sister could say all this stuff
was a
about
really
me,
horrible
like.
night.
And me and her were like crying until like probably 4 or 5 in the morning.
and like one
in
of her friends was puking in the toilet. She's like,
yeah.
guys, just be friends.
She's throwing throwing up in the toilet.
Yeah, it was really awful.
What, was she drinking or sick?
Well,
or?
one of them was. So
drinking.
there's two girls. One girl that was with me and one girl that was with her. So the girl that was with me was puking in the toilet, like saying, "It's gonna be okay. You guys are sisters. You guys love each other."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Another one's just like the one that was being a bad friend to her that night. She's like, "It's okay and weird." I'm like, "You're the reason for all this.
Yeah.
The reason."
Yeah. So that's probably the meanest thing.
Oh yeah, I know that was the meanest thing.
Yeah.
Like she said some really bad things. But
Wait, so you not to like. I guess like go off topic, but like so you hung out with people that would get like that drunk, but you and like with you, but like you wouldn't drink.
I've never I've all of my
It's
friends,
always been that way.
Yeah, all of my
Really?
friends. I've never had a friend that like doesn't drink or doesn't
It's
smoke.
not like she only hangs out with people that don't. Like it's just like if they happen to drink, if they happen to not drink, if they're like her friend, she's gonna hang out with them.
Yeah, like I hang out with anyone. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter to me. It
Same.
doesn't affect me at all. I'm always DD. But it's just like
That's how I've been
whatever.
lately, like the past year.
Yeah.
Like, I've typically always been the DD.
And it's actually fun. Like I actually do like being around like the drunk people or whatever. Like it's fun, but to an extent where I'm like, okay, like as long as you're not doing this all the time, you know, like that's where I can be your friend. But like if you're doing it all the time, I just don't relate.
Especially if they're affectionate. They're just like,
Oh, yeah.
Natalie, you're the best friend.
Yes.
Like, I like affectionate.
I
drunks.
love
They're
that to
fun.
a point though where I'm like, okay, I love affection and I'm a very lovey-dovey person, but you're getting too close. You're suffocating me now.
Yeah.
So whatever. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Okay, next question. Sorry. Next.
Why do you think so many people struggle to find happiness?
Because they're looking in the wrong places.
They're not focused on themselves.
Yep.
That's the main reason I think is they're not
Because they're
focused
either
on
trying
themselves.
to fulfill it temporarily with drugs and sex or whatever, or they're like,
or pleasing people.
or they're denying who they really are because for the fear of like society or sometimes even their own family.
Like lying to themselves, kind of.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so like not embracing the person that they really are on the inside because they want to pretend to be someone else. Like it's almost like a mask, and like you're never gonna be happy unless you like realize that you can take off your mask and people will still love you just the same.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to like realize that. Like I remember in high school, like I struggled so hard finding myself after me and my like ex broke up. I struggled so hard. Like even though like I just wasn't trying though at that point. Like I was just going through high school, going home, just being sad all the time, and I wasn't like actually adventuring and trying to find things that I liked, and that was like my problem. And then like eventually I was like, okay, like 212 actually helped me a lot. Like it helped me
think
to
your
get out of my
battery died.
comfort zone. Oh shoot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Die?
It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it always does.
Oh.
so.
Okay, well, do you want to get a new, I don't know if you want to get a new one or not, but basically I just like had to get out of my comfort zone and, you know, like try out new things. And once I tried new things, I like realized what I like and what I don't like. So,
Okay.
yeah. But if you want to, you can go do that. I don't know if you need to.
Oh no, it's like so you see that camera battery charger right
yeah.
there? It's like an external battery. Which actually my dad has it's like an upgraded version of this camera, and you can charge it while doing that. So like this might actually be the last podcast where it dies. So you guys just witness history.
Oh,
Lucky
yay. But yeah, I don't even remember what we just said. Did we?
Finding happiness.
Oh yeah. So I don't remember. What did I say about it?
I know I've really focused like in results of like being around like the hedonistic like drinking culture so like overly indulged to where it like actually like pushed me away from it.
Yeah.
My response has been I've tried so many new hobbies in the past probably like 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, I feel like just improving on something that you really like genuinely enjoy is so fun.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, agreed.
That's what I think too. And just like feeling good about yourself. Like if you do little things like, you know, like I did my hair and makeup today. So like that just like, it's like little things like that. Like I don't normally do, but like it gives me like a little boost of happiness where I'm like, oh, I feel good today. You know, like not that I need it. Like I feel fine without it, but this is just like an extra boost of happiness.
Time with showering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Basically.
I feel that because like I shower every day, but I don't wash my hair every day. But today like I wash my hair because like for girls like we lose our hair very easily and like mine's very thin and frail, so I don't wash it every day. But like today I wash my hair, so like that's like one of those
good
things
day.
that I'm like I feel extra clean, I feel extra good. Like I don't know, it's like just one of those things.
Or
like, taking
dressing
care
up,
of yourself,
just
yeah.
or buying a new outfit for yourself. Like people like don't want to, you know, spend money on clothes and stuff, but like whenever you do, you're like, I just did something good for myself. Like that makes me happy, you know. Like even though you don't want to spend money on yourself all the time, like just buying yourself something can like make you feel extra good or extra confident, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
this
a
is
good
a
point.
new little thing, and I'm like, oh, I feel confident today, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and Morgan, like, complimented it, too, and I was like, okay, like, thank you. Like,
As long as you're not spending like all your entire paycheck, but yeah.
well, sometimes I do.
But just like a little something, something for yourself. Like, it's like a treat, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it's, like, so important to do that.
Treat yourself.
Yes, treat
Treat
yourself.
yourself.
Exactly.
Yes.
I need a bumper sticker.
Look good, feel good, like, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but whenever I said that, I was imagining like a black hairstylist lady. Who's like, hey, yo, girl, you just gotta treat yourself, like cutting your hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They have like Rice Krispie treats at the counter.
Oh my god.
Just grab a Rice Krispie on your
Yeah,
way.
treat yourself.
Oh my gosh, I wish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
This is I love this question. If a turtle loses its shell, is it homeless or naked?
Is it homeless?
Both, I guess. Oh no, I would say it's naked because the shell isn't its home.
Yeah, it is.
It's part of the turtle, so its home would be like under the tree or like in the little.
But I feel like
creek
it's still
or
its
whatever.
home, though.
But it's part of the turtle. That's like saying, "Are you homeless if I shave your head?"
Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. It's naked.
Yeah.
It's naked.
It's
It's
naked.
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 So that means the shell is clothes. It's not a home.
Yeah, it's like an accessory.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like our
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd still be like slow. I would assume turtles are really
yeah.
slow because of their shell.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it would still be slow, though. Like, it might be extra fast, but, like, still slow.
Yeah, true. I feel like no turtle's getting fast.
Yeah.
It's like the question: if a dog wore pants, would it wear it on like all fours, or would it just be on the hind legs?
Oh, I've
I'd
never
say
heard that.
hind legs, because still, like, it's, like, those are, like, the back, and then, like, the front is, like, the arm. Like, they're
Yeah.
all arms, but, like, I could imagine a shirt and shorts on,
Yeah.
like, a dog.
That's-
And when dogs are on their backs, they use their like front paws as hands. more.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, like, if they're trying to grab something, like, it's, like, more those hands.
Like my dog hates when I kiss her on the cheek, but I do it anyway, and she'll like put.
Try to scoot you away.
Like she doesn't hate it, but she'll like whenever she wants me to like get away from her or something, like she'll like push
Yeah.
push with their front paw.
Yeah.
Like, dogs will, like, stand on their, like, hind legs.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, what they stand on to, like, jump up or, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Or try to grab something with their front paws. So, yeah.
That's how
It's funny though too, because like I'll like pet my dog, and sometimes she'll like wrap around with her like hind legs. Like she'll like wrap around my
Oh,
Oh
arm.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog does that with all four legs though. She'll like
It's so cute. She literally will hug you. Like, she'll stand on her,
Yeah.
like, hind legs and, like, hug you with her other hand.
With like your leg?
Oh, no, wait, no, like, she'll, like, literally hug your body. Like, it's...
Really?
Yeah, like, she hugs
Oh,
you.
I was thinking my small dog.
Oh, no.
Your big dog.
Well, no,
okay.
no, she's still small right now, but, like, she's still, like, if you're, like, sitting down, like, she'll, like, come up and, like, hug you. Like, it's
yeah,
so
or like
cute.
she'll like if you just like I let her like sleep on my chest because it's like so sweet, and she'll just like put her little head in my neck
And just
like
fall asleep there. She's so cuddly.
cute.
I'm imagining like the kids all excited whenever the dad gets home from work.
Yep.
You know, and like they're hugging around his leg, and he like
Yeah,
walks
that's
in.
exactly. It's so sad when we leave her. Like she tries to come out the door with us. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we gotta leave you.
I saw an old Vine like that one time, and they made it like extra dramatic, like leaving their dog, and like
Yeah.
the dog's looking out the window,
Yeah.
like, looking up.
Oh yeah,
Aww.
that's her.
Yeah, and she, like, cries whenever you come home. She's like, "Aw."
Yeah, she like will howl
Yeah, she's so cute. Like, she's like what I wanted in a dog.
every time
like,
she yawns. She goes,
ow, ow.
It's like a catchphrase almost.
Cute.
Yeah.
Like, she knows she's cute when she does it.
Yeah.
She knows.
I'm
it.
like, you're so dramatic.
What do you guys think the world would be like without dogs?
oh my
A
god.
very sad place.
Think about how much like value they add to humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They, like, just make people happy.
It's man's best friend. Like it's like a normal house family dog pet is a dog.
Yeah, or a cat. But, like I love cats, honestly, too.
Me
Like,
too.
I'd be so happy with just having, like, 10 cats, honestly. Like, I
Really?
I love cats.
Cat lady, future cat lady.
Yeah.
So I love cats, but, like, I really love dogs. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like dogs just, like, have a more loving nature to them than cats. Like, cats are, like, more, like, narcissistic and just care about
Dogs
themselves.
Yeah.
want to please. Cats are gonna do their own thing, and if they happen to make you happy, then congrats. But
yeah, like, they just, like, sometimes they want to cuddle, sometimes they just want to be left alone and do their own
Yeah.
thing. So, it's kind of like her.
Some seem more cuddly than
Yeah.
others.
I'm the
like
cat,
there's some
you're the
cats I
dog.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
like, dogs want attention. They're like, give me attention, like, to every single
Cats
person.
are like, maybe when I'm ready.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're like.
I don't know why, but I've always like attributed like dogs to be more masculine and cats to be more like feminine.
They're
Yeah.
feline.
Feline, yeah.
I think maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've only had like girl anything though, like any.
Yeah, we've never had a
animals
boy
we've ever
pet.
had. Yeah, we only get girls.
Same.
Yeah.
Really?
I think my mom does that for some reason. I don't remember why though.
Yeah, I feel like guy dogs are just. I don't know. I just
Maybe
don't like
more
them as much.
aggressive. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like girls they could be more protective because like it's in their nature to like be protective over like their babies and stuff. But like I don't know, I feel like girl dogs are generally more sweet than guy dogs are. That's what I think.
Okay. See, I haven't had enough experience with like guy dogs to like really know like the like nuances between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it just depends. Like, you know, you could have I've only really seen like girl dogs though for the most part. Like I haven't seen a lot of guy dogs. Like dogs that are males, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Cheyenne's dog was a boy, and he was like the sweetest puppy ever.
Yeah. Isaac's dog is a boy too, but like I don't know, he's just like not very affectionate, you know. So.
Did you say Cheyenne? Mm-hmm. That's so weird because I've literally met in the past like probably 3 months. I've never heard that name until recently.
Really?
But yeah, and then I've met 2 in the past like 3 months.
Yeah, I've known her since like
A long time.
like 3rd grade, I want to say. Maybe, no, 1st grade. She was in mid-sex class. I've known her since 1st grade.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. She's really sweet.
Go way back.
We go way back.
We get way back.
Yeah. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
I like that name. I like that
Cheyenne.
name.
Yeah, I always
Me
remember
too.
because it was like Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know why I remember that, but
Cheyenne. Oh, it's like a
it's like
place in
it's
Wyoming.
a city in Wyoming.
Have you guys
so.
been to Wyoming?
No.
I would love to go. Wait,
Really?
Wyoming or like Montana?
I
Excuse
haven't
me.
honestly like seen pictures of those places, so I would
Like Yellowstone Park's in Wyoming.
I'm sure it's beautiful, but I'd rather be on a beach or like in a
Yeah,
city.
that's how I am. Like
Okay.
I'd much rather be on a beach than anything.
See, I'm mountains over beach.
Really?
I like the beach, but like I just love the mountains too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you add like the element of like water as well.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
love
really
that.
experienced mountains that much, except for in Palm Springs. That's like Palm Springs, California.
It's
We
like a
can see
desert.
mountains there.
Is that
but,
southern?
Yeah. Kind of.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even know
it's
where
kind
it's
of
at,
southern.
honestly. But like that's where we like sometimes go for whenever we go to California.
Palm Springs.
And it's like a desert basically, but there's mountains and like you can like climb up them or take a tram up them, and there's snow on the top of them. But it's like
crazy.
so hot, like it's like
It'd be like
really,
110 on the floor, and then you go to
you
the
go
mountains
up,
and it's snowing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's
That is
really
wild.
pretty though.
It's,
Yeah.
it's so crazy. If you look down, you see like the red sand and all the people sweating, and you're up there with like shivering.
That is wild. And you can like see them too.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Is that by I can't remember the name of the place I went. Is it Zachary's? I don't remember where it was. I don't know. It was a really like desert spot. It was kind of by San Diego.
Oh.
Yeah,
was-
Palm Springs is like a 2-hour drive from San Diego.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably right around that same area that I'm
Yeah, it
thinking
could be.
of.
Yeah, it might
Especially
be
if it's like
close.
desert. It's probably just about the same area.
He had a buddy who used to live in LA, and he lived like in the area. It was between San Diego and LA, and he said that he was an hour from the ocean, an hour from the mountains, an hour from the desert, and an hour from something else.
So it's like in the middle of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
Got the
and-
best of all the worlds.
That's probably good though. To like just be able to drive an
Yeah.
hour away to like each individual place. That's
I would
probably
love
nice.
that, yeah.
Like that's like pretty much like us going to Six Flags. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, good
close.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, close
So-
enough, but far enough.
Yeah.
Like far enough to where it's a treat, but close enough to where like
You can go in a day if you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
it's
Like,
kind of ideal, right?
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Because
That's-
like if you're too close to it, I feel like you just take advantage of it and you don't go. Like I feel
True.
like that's how
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. And that's like funny. I don't know. This made me think of Mizzou because like it's far enough where I'm like being independent. 'Cause it's like an hour and a half. But like if I want to come home, it's like easy.
It's a great drive.
like,
Because
yeah.
3.5 is to Springfield, and that sucks.
It's-
I feel like that's
Yeah,
too
I
much.
used to-
I could not.
I had a boyfriend that went to Avila
It's-
in Kansas
Yeah.
City, and then one that went to UCM Warrensburg. So like I would drive like over 3 hours to go be with them. I'm like, that drive sucks. Like it really sucks. So
It's a little too much.
Yeah, I feel like an hour is just like a perfect distance and like like even relationships, it's like fine, you know, like you can make a relationship work with an hour away.
You
like,
can, yeah.
easily.
I mean, it's not ideal, but like
it's still easy.
Yeah.
Like way easier than 3
3
hours. Yeah.
3 hours suck.
That's why I like that we live like 45 minutes to an hour from downtown St. Louis.
Yeah.
Because like I still appreciate going down there.
Yeah.
I never really like I don't know. I feel like if I grew up like in the city, I probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Yeah,
much.
it's like we love, like, one of our favorite things to do is just go to Art Hill and just like have a picnic and just
Art Hill. What's
Oh, it's
right outside the art museum by the zoo, and it's just like this huge, beautiful fountain. A lot of girls get their prom pictures and senior pictures on there, and then it's just like this big hill with the fountain
It's so
in front of the art
nice.
museum. It's really beautiful. So like, you know, we'll just go downtown and like spend a day at the museum and having a picnic and go to the zoo or like whatever.
And they
It's,
also have
still
like
a
these
treat.
little boat things. What are they called?
Like a paddle boat.
Yeah, it's like a paddle boat. So it's like I don't know if you've ever seen the Aquamarine movie, but like they like pretty much like
I have.
it's like biking. Yeah, you know, like you bike on the little thing, but it's like a boat, and so you're biking.
Oh, okay,
on the
I've been
water.
on one of those before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
So-
can rent those. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like cheap too. It's like $20 for an hour or something. So like if you
Oh, that's
two
pretty cool.
people, it's like $10 a person for an hour.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's
Yeah.
not bad at all.
So it's really
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I actually just went to the zoo for the first time in a while and did a picnic too. That girl that I'm talking to, like we like sat down, like laid out a little like picnic, and then went to the zoo. It was really cool. It was fun.
That's
Is that the
Sweet.
picture you posted like today?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Aw.
Yeah, that was like 2 weekends ago.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's interesting though that like humans are like that with like being able to appreciate things that are far away from us because we don't get to see them, but whenever we're like right next to that exact same thing all the time, we start taking things for granted. Because I think we do the same thing with people, right?
I totally
Exactly.
agree. Like,
Yeah.
I've never loved my boyfriend more than whenever he was 3 hours away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not mine anymore, but like my
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend. Because like, you
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You just realize like, oh my god, like whenever he was here, like I really took it for granted, like that he was 10 minutes away, and like, I don't know. I think that like is a really good point, you know.
Whenever you have a limited amount of time, you're like, okay, like this is a very like special resource that I have. Let's take advantage of it.
Like put my phone away, like really appreciate and be in the moment with like this person or this place or whatever it may be that you're doing.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I dated, or the guy that I dated for 2 years, he was in the Air Force. So like, it was like, you know, like whenever we were away from each other, we almost appreciated each other more just because we were so far away that it just like made every single time we saw each other even more special.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly.
just like the way that was. But like, eventually, like obviously that one like spiraled down, but
Yeah.
you know.
It's kind of like how can I use that same logic to like keep appreciating somebody that I get to see on a daily
Yeah.
basis,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I feel like you just like have to like sometimes like I'll sit at home like at night in my bed and I'll be like, oh my god, like it's so sad, like I'll just like get in my thoughts and stuff and I'll be like, wow, like I only have like a certain amount of time with like these people that are in my life, like my parents or my sister, you know, like you gotta live your life to the fullest and like actually like remember that, you know, like stay with
Everything
these
is
people.
temporary. It can be taken from you in a moment.
A second, yeah.
Yeah,
So just
you
like
never know.
appreciate them like all the time.
Things
like,
are just less temporary.
yes.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So just always appreciate like any time that you have like
Yeah.
with people, like because at any second they could be gone, like, you know. So like I always think about that at night, and I'll like text, like if I'm thinking about it, I'll like be like, I love you, don't forget it.
That's like that's exactly my mentality with my grandparents. Like
Yeah.
like I'm literally going over there to do yard work because they're moving, but like I'm like I've always had a really good relationship with them growing up. Like as soon as I was able to drive, I'd drive out to St. Charles and always go out there. And I can honestly say like if I got a call right now that like my like grandpa died or something, like I've accepted that like very real possibility like so much and thought about it so much. I've literally like sat in my apartment alone before and just cried like thinking about my grandparents. And like I can honestly say like I mean it's gonna be tough regardless, but like I'm not gonna have any regrets, you know.
Yeah,
Like
because-
and I'm really happy that I've taken that mentality.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
feels like you've like spent the time, like you spent good time with them,
Yeah.
quality time with them, that you just feel happy about
And
it.
like, I don't think that she would mind me saying this, but like one of my best friends lost her dad. Like I think she was just going into high school, which is like already like a turbulent time enough. And like she lost her dad, and like I've learned so much from her, telling me like, you know, like what I would give to hear my dad say I love you one more time. So when my dad says he loves me, I'm like, I love you too. Like I love you so much. Like, you know, it just like it changed my mentality to be friends with her, because like it took like that, you know, possibility into like reality for me because I've seen her go through it. And, like, I don't know.
I couldn't imagine ever.
I could never
losing my
imagine.
Parents, like,
Never.
Obviously, it happens one day, but, like, I could never, like...
Never.
I don't know how I'll
That is
function.
wild thought
Or
to
losing
think
my
about.
sister.
Yeah. So, just, like, being with her, being friends with her has made me, like, has changed my mentality a lot on that kind of thing.
It's kind of important to be surrounded by those people.
Yeah.
Or to, like, lose friends like that, like we were saying earlier, like, learn from the bad situations. The things that we were gonna, like, judge as bad, like, okay, like, it does suck right now, but, like, what can I learn from this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sad.
I'm actually out of questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good, we hit them all then.
Yeah. Well, how do you end it? Is it you?
That's funny because I was talking with Sam last night, and I told him, I'm like, I always don't know, like, how to end these things, and I always just say bye, and he's like, you know what you should start doing? You should just start saying bye in, like, a really weird, obnoxious way or something, like, every single time. Just
like,
like
if you
bye!
If you ever get big, it could be your merch. Bye.
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah, yeah.
Like your
just
slogan.
B-Y-Y-Y-Y-E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
Or you could just, like, you know, if you want to, like, end it, just be like, oh, like, this concludes this, like, bye, guys. Bye, guys. I don't know.
I'm actually, like, thinking, like, more about, like, doing, like, challenge videos and stuff like that. I don't think I'd love doing that, like, all the time, but, like here and there, especially if I, like, just got a random friend. Like,
Yeah.
the friend could change, but
Yeah, exactly.
just, like, the 100 nuggets, like, that'd be fun. Like,
Yeah.
No, like,
I could see
wanted
you doing something like that, too.
I could too. I just, like, those are the kinds of videos I like to watch on YouTube, are pranks and challenges. And if I like the person enough, I'll watch their vlogs, but I have to, like, actually like them to, like, do that. It just
Totally.
depends on the person. But what else do I like? I like just, like, couple videos, Q&A videos, or if I like the way someone looks, like, I want to know what makeup they use, or, like, what kind of workouts they do, or whatever. Those are, like, the kinds of videos I like to watch.
What do you guys think on the Paul brothers? Logan and Jake
They're
Paul.
obnoxious and spoiled little brats.
I don't watch them, but I don't like them just based off, like, you know, the common knowledge.
I've never watched them either, but, like, I know, I, like, just have heard enough about them to know that, like, they're probably not the best guys.
Yeah, especially with the whole, like, suicide thing.
Yeah.
That is what just made me automatically not like him.
He's like, that was just a
It
mistake.
was Logan.
Yeah.
That was not a mistake that should have ever been made. Like, that's something that I learned. It's just not even something I learned. It's just natural. You don't do
natural,
that.
like, a good person does not just, like, put a video of
And you know it's for the views. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so he completely, if his morals were really correct, then he betrayed his morals for a view.
Yeah.
Like, that says enough about him.
And the
I
fact
need to
that,
know.
like, they were just, like, all, like, kind of laughing at the body, I was like, how? Like, if I were to see something like that, I think I would be, like,
I'd be
hurt.
distraught.
Yeah, like, I would
I'd
be
heartbroken.
hurt, and I just, like, I would call the cops and, like, tell them. Like, that's, like, what my automatic, like, instinct would be to do, is just, like, be really upset and, like, call the cops. Like, that would be I would not think, oh, let's record this. Like,
Right.
who thinks let's record a dead body? Like, that's, like, honestly just psychotic to me.
Yeah.
Psychotic.
I have a really unpopular opinion with them because everybody I talk to doesn't like them.
So what's your
You like 'em?
opinion?
I don't necessarily like them, but I just think, at least with, like, the Suicide Force and all that, I think he like pretty much has built a career off of, like, pushing the limits of comedy and hyping up his everyday life to where he's, like, desensitized to things like that traumatic, like, happening to. I'm not, like, justifying, like, what he did, but I think he just likes to push the boundaries of, like, his everyday average life and hype things up, and he is pushing the limits so much that I think he just kind of found, like, a point where nobody's gonna accept, like, what he did.
I almost feel like he needs help, though. Like, that, like, just makes me think, like, it's like, if he's really, like, that desensitized, is that how you say the word, desensitized, to, like, a dead body, that shows that you need help.
True.
Like, that's what...
He
like,
definitely went too far. He went too
Yeah.
far. I think it was inevitable that he was gonna go too far too. Watching, I haven't seen a ton of his vlogs, but he's definitely pushing the limits.
Yeah, I honestly never even, like, knew who he was. Like, I
Yeah.
heard his name, kind of, but, like, didn't really know who he was. And I still don't watch him. Like, I just don't even, like... I've seen, like, maybe, like, one video of his, and I'm like, okay, like, there's nothing special about him. He just
I find
seems
him
like
kind of annoying.
He seems just like a, like, overprivileged boy. Like, that's just what he seems like to me. So I don't, like, appreciate people like that.
Have you seen? He has a. I guess you just said you haven't watched it, but he has another one when he was in Japan at the time. Which, by the way, he's banned from the country of Japan. He's
No
banned from
way.
the country. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's how you know you messed up. When you get banned from a whole country.
Well, I mean, he should be, honestly. But
Yeah, really. He did a vlog the day before, and he's running around like the stereotypical loud, obnoxious American, and he has like this stuffed Pokemon ball, and he's like throwing it at random like civilians, like. He's just like, it's so ignorant.
Oh.
It's kind of funny because of how like stupid it is.
Yeah, like it might be funny, you know, like to watchers, but like think about like how those people actually feel, you know, like if someone were to throw something at me like that I didn't know and like with a camera and stuff, I'd be like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Like that's like how my reaction would be. But like actually, whenever we were in Florida, there was this guy, and he's apparently like a really famous YouTuber, and he and like people were commenting on my story because I posted him on my story, and he was like in a bush, and he looks like a
Good
bush.
disguise.
And so,
Oh, no way.
I
He was
posted.
scaring
He's like called
people.
like Bushman or something. So like I videotaped him because he was like scaring people because he actually looks like a bush, and like
Yeah,
he was
he like sat in
popping
a
out.
pot and like had like a whole leaf ensemble on, and then people would walk past and he'd go, or
Yeah,
like
and
make
like
a noise
he
or something.
actually caught me even though I knew what he was doing. Like I was like walking down the pier, like and like I was watching him, like I knew what he was doing, and then like he scared me. I was like, oh! And he's like, I knew I was gonna get you because he was like, because I talked to him earlier like that day, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even expect that because like I knew because we already had a conversation about it before, so I was like, I knew he knew me, so I didn't think he was gonna try to scare me.
Yeah.
He
Do you
scared
know who
me.
it was?
What was his name?
Bushman something.
It was like maybe Bushman or something.
Oh, he like does that exact
Yeah,
prank all
every
the time.
Yeah, like that. He literally will just sit in an area and just like scare people and like have their reactions on video.
Wow,
And
okay.
He actually like makes money from it. Like it's
Are
a
you on
job
the
for him.
video?
I'll be on one
One of
video
them,
probably,
yeah.
but like who knows like which one or I mean
When
it's gonna
it's
be in
coming.
Clearwater, Florida. But I just like. I was like so scared, like even
Yeah.
though I knew I shouldn't be, because like I knew what he was doing, but like he was, I don't even know where I was, like what made me think of him, but he was just like an interesting person, like I don't know.
Oh, so you talked to him for a while after?
Well, not that long, like maybe like a 3-minute conversation,
Yeah.
but yeah, like he was nice and
just
stuff.
funny.
Yeah, he was funny. So
He all right. Have you seen the person like People of New York?
wait, what
I
is
feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I've seen it.
It's I know that's pretty much another YouTuber. This is pretty much just switched up the topic, but he's really interesting. He like just pretty much goes around just asks random people on the street like, "What's your story?" And like people just
wow.
open up to him about
Oh,
like,
really?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh gosh, if someone asked me that, I would.
I'd be like, take a seat.
Yeah, there's
Grab some popcorn.
There's too much.
Yeah.
to
I
say.
think he takes pictures and then writes a brief description. I'm not positive.
That's cool though.
I had somebody
like
like tell me more than like I've actually like looked into him. I
Yeah.
guess.
Wait, so I actually wanted to talk about like the little notes that we were talking about. So like,
Totally.
First of all, the one guy that I was talking about earlier, that like Timberland High School or whatever. His.
Oh, we said we're not naming.
Well, no, but that's not gonna go on this, right?
Oh, it's still getting recorded.
Sorry.
Are we gonna cut it out?
Yeah, we'll cut him out, right?
Yeah, that's cool. I'll write 206.
Okay, 206. Sorry.
Yeah, that's actually my address.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's so weird.
That's so.
is weird.
All right, we're back now. But yeah, to be honest, I was never a fan.
Oh my
If we're
god.
back, like I've talked to him and he's I don't even know how to describe his personality. I just don't really. I didn't enjoy
It's
it.
dull. It's however you
Dull?
say it. Dull.
Yeah.
Dull. I don't know.
Dull.
But I just don't think he's a very exciting person to be around. But like he was very popular in high school, But
Because he cared about his reputation so much.
Yeah.
yeah, but
He was one of those
a nice
people that
kid.
I could tell kind of look. Because I've always been like to where like I just do me and I don't really care what other people think as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That's something I really do like about myself. I'll compliment myself real quick.
Yeah.
I've always been very satisfied. Like for whatever reason, that I've been able to do what I want without like caring about the judgment of others as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's
And
important.
I've noticed like I would be like goofy and a little outrageous like around him, and he I don't know, he like I could tell like looked down on me.
Because
Yeah,
of it, yeah.
he's like a judgmental kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just like after that situation happened, I don't know if you like remember this, but him and like I don't even know if I should like really say this. Maybe you should bleep this part out too. But like him and someone else, like they ran for president basically, and it pissed me off so bad that he could possibly be president of the school. Like, that made me so angry that someone like him could become a president of a school.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
How? Like, how do you get to be someone that's, like, important in school and, like, gets a good reputation at school? Like, that just made me so angry that, like, nobody really knew about that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think I told one person in high school, and then obviously her, and, like, that was about it, that knew. But, like, it was just horrible to me. Like, what a horrible person. Like, I don't care. Like, you could have all these good things about you, but that's horrible. Like, so...
Especially, like, imagine if you got, like, to, like, a real position of power.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. And it, like, made me, like, want to, like, come out about it. Like, I know I shouldn't have, and I'm glad that I didn't. But, like, it made me, like, want to say it to people. You know, like, it made me want people to know, like, what he did.
I don't see anything wrong with that, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, I wanted to so bad because I was like, who would actually want someone like that to become president? You know, like, that, it just made me so angry.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I don't know. So that was my thoughts.
I bet that makes other people angry if, like, something like that happens in, like, government.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine that? Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want to bring up the topic of Trump, really, but, like, imagine if, like, he were to do something, like, really unethical.
Well, he does have those scandals, and that's why people are so mad. Because,
because didn't he cheat on...
well, there's all kinds of scandals with him with, like, you know, the locker room thing or whatever, and, like, so those women probably, or men, whoever it is that he's, like, you know...
done wrong.
Made them feel uncomfortable or whatever it may be. Like, they're probably like, man, this guy's my president. And, like, can't be more stuck than that because, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So we don't have to get political, but I mean, just in general, if someone does you wrong and you see them, like, as your authoritative figure, like, it sucks.
Yeah.
That's a powerless position.
Yeah.
It at least feels powerless to, like, being, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and you were still going to school at the time, too.
Yeah, I was, like, a year younger than him. So, like,
wow.
it just, like, made me so mad that, like... because, like, I wasn't... like, at this point, I was not popular, you know? Like, at this point, like, I didn't care about the popularity thing, you know? So, like, I was just, like, so mad that I was just, like, some kind of nobody in a way. That, like, and this was him, you know, like having such a... high role in this school and everything, and I was like basically like a peasant, you know, and not that I was a peasant, but that's what it felt like. So it was just like a really annoying
that sucks
thing.
You felt that way. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like I don't think really a lot of people realize that because like in the beginning of high school I was so confident and so happy and everything, and then like as it went, like I just got worse and worse, and like no, I don't think that anybody really, like, I wasn't friends with anyone really, so, like, no one really cared to realize that, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I had, like, a couple people that, like, I talked to, but, like, they weren't, like, actually, like, my best friends or anything. Like, I talked to them at lunch or things like that, or in class, but, like, it's not like I actually was, like, good friends with them.
Right, okay.
But, yeah, like, I liked them. Like, it wasn't, like, a bad thing. It was just, like, I just wasn't close with them. So, yeah. So no one, like, really realized anything.
That's not to say I have, like, any, like, assumptions or, like, expectations, like, when it comes to, like this podcast or like meeting you or anything, but like I never like I just kind of assumed you were really popular, if we're being honest.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like even in high school though, like, or I mean we probably
if I had to guess, like it's not like I was like thinking like, oh, she's popular, like therefore you know, like, but if I had to guess, like of like your like social status or whatever you want to call it, like I would have been like, oh yeah, she was really popular. That's what I would assume.
And honestly, I felt like that way in freshman year and like the beginning of sophomore year. I felt popular and I felt like, you know, like someone that like a lot of people liked and everything. But like, you know, like as it went, it just got worse and worse. And I just don't think that like people like would know that because I do like have like a bigger following on Instagram and stuff. But a lot of the people who follow me on Instagram, if you like, I don't follow any of like the girls that were like popular in high school. I don't follow them. They don't follow me. It was like I just like kind of became my own person, and like people started to follow me. Like that's just like
there you go.
That's just like how it was. And I never really cared to like become friends with the people from high school. Like I mean, there's some people that like I really do like, and like, you know, like there's some really nice people. Like not saying that the popular girls are bad. Like I'm not saying that at all. But like I just stopped relating to them basically.
Totally, yeah.
So I mean, that's just like kind of how I felt. I felt like kind of like in my own little world, and like I just kind of kept my head down, just like did my work and left. So that's just kind of how it was for me.
I will say like my favorite people are like at least like after high school, because so you've been out for like 2 months, right?
Yeah.
And you've been out for like 2 years and 2 months. like as things go on and progress, and you probably like already picked up on this, but the people that I found to be like the most interesting and changed the most are the ones that weren't popular, that weren't cool, like or maybe not even necessarily like that weren't cool, but the ones that weren't judgmental and like, because whenever you judge somebody, I feel like it separates you from them. It like creates like a distance between the two of you. Yeah. It like puts you both in groups. Like I'm cool, you're uncool.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people that were like considered like the popular group, at least in my grade, that have gone on, they're still like judging everything about their external world, and like I don't really have any interest in hanging out with them anymore. Like I actually hung out with like the like popular guys like in that I guess in my grade or whatever for the summer after graduation, and I just didn't enjoy hanging out with them. I'm like I hung out with them for the summer. I did to an extent, but like I just realized like how it wasn't terrible, but they like definitely like trash talked a lot more, and there were guys in the group that were good people, but some of them they just like they look down on other people. They're always talking bad about other people, and they're I don't know, I guess just separating themselves and making themselves like seem to be in like a superior light.
Yeah, and that's honestly like whenever I was like in my earlier years of high school, that's how I was. Like now that I view myself backwards, like I view myself then, I'm like, wow, like I was judgmental. I thought too highly of myself. Like I truly think that about my old self. Like, and then eventually, like once I like kind of like stopped being part of that, you know, like part of that crowd in a way, like I just like started to realize, okay, like I'm not really like that kind of person. Like I'm not really like the person who thinks like, oh, I'm above everyone else. Like that was probably me just being insecure, honestly. Like that was probably me being insecure, and like because I remember I used to be so jealous of all these girls, you know, like I wasn't the kind of person to go give a girl a compliment. Like I was just like, oh, she's too pretty, like like, you know, like that's just like me, like that's who I was.
But it's funny because it was probably like flipped around, like anybody like they may have been jealous of you and vice versa.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like maybe like that's how it was, but like now it's just like, wow, like why was I so jealous whenever like I know that like I have confidence now where I'm like, okay, you know, like I'm obviously like I get told all the time that like I'm a pretty girl. So, like, why can't I just have confidence in myself and understand that other girls can be pretty, too? You know what I mean? Like, just understand that other people are going to be pretty. Like, that's just the way it is. And, like, just be nice to everyone. Like, that's just, like, my goal is just to be nice to everyone.
Sam Panite said a really, he's really fresh in my mind, like, his podcast last time. That's why I keep bringing him up. But, and really interesting guy, by the way. But, I think he's gonna go pro too. I think
really?
He's rated #1 amateur fighter in the country.
That's awesome.
He's representing the United States over in Beijing in 6 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome.
But anyway, he has a quote that he said last night that it was you are what you love, not who loves you, and he like interpreted that as being like just love what you love and do what you love, but like don't worry about who's loving you in the process, because the right people will come. Yeah,
exactly. Like the people who like, who cares? Like why would you want to be someone else whenever you can be yourself and be loved by people who actually love you, like for who you are. Like don't be a fake person.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like everything else is like secondary. As long as you're doing what you love, that's what matters, and everything will fall into place. People will like follow you if they choose to, and if not, then like if people followed you for something that you weren't, then they were following someone that was fake, you know? Wasn't even who you were in the first place.
So what? Like those people just like shouldn't matter in your opinion, you know?
That's the right way to go about it, because I've been taking it personally way too much, because there are 3 friends specifically that I like really considered like close, good friends, like in my life, and they've really disappointed me and like really turned their backs on me, I guess is a good way to say it, since high school. But like we were good friends throughout like all of high school, but I don't know, they just, for whatever reasons, they have like negative perceptions of me and they've turned their backs on me, and I've recently, like I still take it too personally, but especially I think that's the best approach, is to not worry too much, because I'm wasting too much energy on like wanting those people to like me, because I like them and I have a lot of love for them still. Like, and that's the shitty part, is I like as much as they've turned their backs on me and like been like a fake friend and all the above, like they I would still take all of them back in a heartbeat, which like, you know, like
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's how I was with my ex-best friend and also like my ex-boyfriend for a while. Like no matter what they did, you know, like I still wanted, like, I mean, even today, like, not for my ex-boyfriend, but for my ex-best friend, like, I would take her back and, like, I would be her best friend right now, you know, like, not, because, like, she hasn't really done anything horrible to me, you know, like, she just, like, kind of, like, stopped being friends with me, you know, so, like.
Because of the boyfriend thing?
Yeah, so, like, I mean, I would take her back in a heartbeat. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, like, be friends with, like, all of my old best friends, but, you know, like, I would still be best friends with her again, because, like, me and her were literally sisters. And her, like, family was my family. So that's, like, she was literally, like, my number one, you know? Like, along with Morgan. But, yeah. But.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's wild that she, her friendship was so conditional to you just because you decided to spend a little extra time with that boyfriend and kind of close yourself off. Which I like. That's interesting to me that she like turned her back so much because that's such a common mistake to make.
Oh
you know?
yeah, like it was definitely like a horrible thing like for me to do, you know. But
I don't think it's horrible. I think your intentions are honestly like awesome. I think they're awesome.
You.
I think it's just that you're a loving person. That's what it seems. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, would you agree with that, Morgan? Or?
I mean, I see that perspective, but like, I mean, she literally cut off everyone, like friends and family both. She like would skip Thanksgiving to go hang out with him. Like,
oh wow,
yeah,
like
I know.
it was very extreme. Like I know everyone makes that mistake, and like yes, maybe it's a little brash to completely cut off a friendship because of that. But like I can see how her ex best friend would like be really hurt over that. Like if one of my friends that's me, I'd be like, well, I guess you don't really care about me that much. Like and I probably wouldn't cut them off completely.
Like is that it was so long ago, you know, like it was like you know like my you know like a sophomore year. Junior year kind of like high school mistake, you know, and so like looking back now, like I'm like holy cow, like that was wrong of me, you know.
Yeah.
And I've completely like done a like 180, just changed my ways. But
it's probably, I mean, the way I see it is it's like a loving, or it's a mistake with loving intentions and just a more extreme case
that's
of
how
that
I feel.
very common mistake.
Because I loved him and I would have done anything for him. Like I loved him more than anything in the world. Like I saw myself getting, like I was planning on pretty much graduating early, getting married to him, living with him. Like that's like what my intentions were. And I would have done anything for him, like in the entire world. And
it's maybe a bit naive too.
Yes,
but
naive. Like that's like definitely the perfect word. Yeah. Just because like I was like pretty much like making myself think that I was like way older and more mature than I actually was. You know, like I thought I was like you know ready to get married. Like at like 16 years old. Like I was ready to get married. Like 16 through 18, like I was ready. And then
which really wasn't that like uncommon, like 50 years ago.
Yeah, and like
but now it's a little different.
One of the girls in our
it's just unrealistic now, I feel.
Well, yeah, like one of the girls in our high school actually ended up getting married to like a guy in the military. I don't know if you know who she is, but she ended up doing that, and it's like me and her like related a lot because like nobody else understood us. You know, like we both like wanted to get married to the guy that we like you know loved and like all this stuff, and like that was in the military. And it's like me and her like understood each other, and like she's still married to the guy, honestly. So like
is it
yes,
yeah, okay,
yes.
Good for her too.
Yeah.
For her.
So like I mean I'm happy for her, honestly. Like people thought that she was probably like dumb and naive, you know, just like they thought about me, but you know, like it worked out for her. So I mean, good for her, honestly. But
and that's people like judging her and just being like I don't know, like unnecessarily judging her. It's just like what's gonna make you happy isn't going to make me happy. Kind of deal,
and eventually, you know, like we have to learn, like I said before, like you have to learn your mistake, learn your mistakes. Like people can tell you that you're doing something wrong the whole time.
You have to fall on your butt to realize.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had to fall on my butt.
Hit low points.
Yeah,
low points.
I had to lose all my friends. I had to lose my boyfriend. I had to lose everything for me to understand that what I was doing was wrong. So. That's fine.
But you learned.
That's what
I guess is all that matters.
Yeah. Like at least I learned, and you know that's what's important. And not making the same mistakes again. So.
Right.
Yeah.
This is an awesome podcast.
I know. There's so much.
We covered a lot. I know. I'm like dying to, like I have lots to talk about, but like I have this photo shoot, and so I'm like looking at the clock.
Oh no! Wait. Oh, what time is it?
Well. It's at 6:30, but it's in downtown St. Louis, so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, it's 4:45. Okay, yeah.
And I know you have to go do your grandma's thing too.
Well, also just out of consideration for you too. Which, how long did we even go?
I don't know.
2 hours, 22 minutes.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
How long did that feel?
Not that long.
No, honestly, like we had such good conversations.
Yeah, we've talked about like everything.
Yeah, like there's so much. Like obviously, like, I wish that we could have gone deeper and like said names and everything.
Yeah,
but
that's for a whole different thing.
yeah.
Plus, anybody listening, it's not like they know who the names are, so it doesn't even matter that much.
I mean, they might take a guess. But it's okay.
Yeah, especially when you started mentioning something about.
What?
Never mind. Just drop it.
Wait, what did you say?
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
You're about to end in like a second.
When
I want to know so bad.
Natalie, we're about to end it.
This is what I tell everybody. Like I think it's really cool how how quick time passes like during these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said this over like Instagram, like Messenger, but what was it? Like when was the last time you really sat down with no distractions and just like focused on like having
a conversation?
Yeah,
That's my
just, like,
favorite.
a good conversation.
I love that. Like just like it's hard to find people that you can have just good conversation with and just like nothing like get weird or anything or like just have consistent conversation. So
many people don't want to just simply talk.
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Same.
Like my boyfriend hates me for it because like I love to talk and that's my favorite time at night to just like lay down and talk and he's like I just want to go to bed. I'm like, but this is the time we're supposed to talk and have conversation and have meaningful conversation.
So it's
about
like
the
your
stars.
favorite time to talk and then his least favorite.
Yeah, he's like, why can't you say this stuff during the day? I'm like, because I'm not thinking this stuff during the day. I'm thinking it right now.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm the same way. My mind's so active at night.
Oh, me too. I mean, it's active all the time, but like especially at night.
Yes.
That's when things are like rolling.
I looked that up one night, and apparently it's because this is like some hippie like bullshit kind of thing. It was like it's because the moon, the moon energy lights up the sky or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Cool. Well, we thank you guys. Thank you.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, bye.
It's like bye.